into the wall, you're pressing A again.
Okay.
That's all you do.
So just A and then A.
A and then A.
Okay.
Just like that, right? You
ジャ
can
パニーズリストリームご覧の皆様、こんにちは。
just any wall.
次
Yep.
のゲームはクロノトリガ
You're
ー
great. You're
で
doing
す
great. Try
ね。
again. Okay, that's fine. You just
司
gotta
会は
press A
コーヒー
again
が担
on the
当させ
wall.
て
You'll
い
be
ただ
totally
きます。
fine.
よろしくお願いします。
See, Bobby, it's not that hard.
Yeah, you're so much
You
better than
did
the boss.
great. You did
でも
amazing.
配信先は、マリオ64の何か
That's
Okay,
not my-
so
操作の説明のされておりますね。
let's try a dive rollout, okay?
A dive
次
wall.
のクロノトリガーなんですけれ
So
ど
you're
も、
going to run.
カテゴリーメガスパーセント
Twice. That's all you have to do.
RNG マニップということで、
Okay, well, maybe
お
not.
そらく魔王を倒すまでのカテゴリーの乱数調整あり
I got it. I think I can do this. Yeah.
かな
So you get green
だ
button
と思い
twice.
ます。
Okay,
Okay, no.
that
hold on.
wasn't
Sorry, we had to jump
close
first. We had to
again.
jump first. Right. Okay.
で奏者さんがね、
Okay, you
ちょっ
jumped
と
good, right?
but you
資料
jumped first. Like, what was the point
作
of
っ
the
て
jump
くれ
there?
たり
I'm learning.
し
I'm
て
learning.
はいるんですが、
Press the green button. Let's try it again,
Green
okay?
button.
なかなか
Dive roll.
Dive
Okay.
rollout, all right?
英語なのでね、キャラと元のクロノトリガーどこまで進んでるのか、ちょっと私の中で一致しなくて。
Okay.
I want you to learn a side flip
も
next,
し
okay?
クロノトリガー乱数調整
Don't worry. You're already a pro at this. It's gonna be
有識
easy,
者の
okay?
方
All
が
you
いら
have
っしゃい
to do
ま
is
した
have
ら、
Mario go one direction,
次
you
解
pull
説お
back
りま
the
せんの
opposite
で、
direction, and when you see that little animation,
解
you just
説
press
席
A.
ご案内で
There's
き
your
ますの
side
で、
flip.
よろしくお願いし
Yeah,
ます。
you can do that. I
さ
believe
あ
in you.
今回は、クロノトリガー基本的に乱数調整、
So run.
スーパーファミコンだったかな。
Amazing. Let's
そ
go.
ちらの方ではできるみたいなんですけど、
Get out of this. Let's just
今
do a
回
quick
プラット
couple.
フォーム PC と書いてあります。Steam ですか
Here,
ね、
I'll
多
take
分
it. So what? Here, let me help.
Yeah, for sure.
PC 版のクロノトリガー乱数調整が
The ice bully, I think is his name, right?
従来のやり方だとうまくいかなかったということで、でも奏者さんがツールとかやり方とかを自分で見つけて作りましたということで、今回披露してくださるとのことです。
You're gonna roll out. You're gonna do the jump dive, roll out. You're gonna do one more jump dive. Oh, don't do that. That's bad. But you could.
Skill issue.
Yeah, it is a skill issue. But you could just kick off the bully here and go get the star.
ツール
right
と
there.
かも
It's that
公
easy.
開してくれるらしいんで、もし
You can do that. You can do that, right?
Yeah.
乱数調整ありでやりたいという方は、
Sure. So I go over
You
this
already
way.
forgot the camera.
I
You
did.
just-
You're right.
奏者さんにコンタクト取
It's
ったら
literally not long. This is
いろ
nothing
いろ
that I
教えて
showed
もらえる
you.
かも。
Hold on.
Can you do
Wait.
anything that I
そ
showed
して
you?
YouTube の方でもね、解説で
There you go.
1本走ったやつ公開してくれてるの
You
で、
forgot to go to the star.
ショーケースですね。
You literally forgot to go to the
そ
star.
ちらも見てみるといいかもしれ
Go
ま
to
せ
the
ん。
star.
Get your Bobby.
Get to the star. Get to the
Go
star.
to the star.
I'll show you the star. No, get.
Take the controller.
No, you.
I don't want to do it anymore. I give up. Just let Jalen do it.
Okay, Jalen,
Yes.
I'm sure you
こ
have
れ
a
の方は
very
マリオ
difficult star.
64が
I'm
大
sure
変なこ
it's
とになっ
going
て
to take a lot more precision than any of that. What is your star?
Toad.
We can work with this. Okay, so we're gonna go down to the basement here. I'm gonna walk you over to where your toad is at, I think. So I'm assuming it's the one in the basement, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So
Very stressed.
all right. So I'm just hoping you do it a little bit cleaner than Bobby did, because like that was kind of a mess, right?
I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go over to HMC here. You will already be there by the time your placement is there, because we are swapping off on the star grab. So you are gonna start pretty much around right here. So I'm gonna give you the controller here, okay?
Okay.
So you're gonna walk to the left, go to the right over here. There's Toad.
Okay.
So now you're gonna walk up to him, and you're gonna press the green button. Perfect. And now you're gonna press the blue button a bunch of times. Amazing. The star is gonna spawn. All you need to do is jump here. All right, with the blue button. Let's do it. Amazing. Amazing. You were so good.
Flawless.
Bobby, why couldn't you do something like that?
I don't want to be in the relay anymore.
Do we have a backup runner for that?
We have some backups.
Okay.
We can use a backup runner. Yeah,
Whatever,
okay.
man.
all right.
All right, we'll get someone. We'll see if I end up doing it. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. I am so excited for the run tomorrow. It's going to be King J kicking off all the action with Bird and Spike Vegeta on the couch. Crowd, are we excited for the 70-person relay? Wow.
I do want to actually say, too, this was legitimately the first time either of us hit that star.
It was. All right, well, that's it from us over here on the interview set. We are so excited in, like a little over 12 hours, we're going to be seeing that. So get excited, get pumped, get those donations in. We're going to go see Chrono Trigger. We will see you all on the other side. See ya!
あ、そっか。マリオ64、明日というか今日の深夜というかに、スター70個70人でリリースしますっていうカテゴリーが走られます。深夜2時14分今のところ2時以降ですけれども、もし夜更かしされる方がいたら見てみてください。70人で頑張って70枚集めます。
Wink, wink. Exclamation point, donate in chat, gdq.gg/donate, and put your donations towards that incentive. In the meantime, I say we all go find some stars to practice because that Toad one was really hard. Be back soon!
そうそう、クロノトリガー確か、これなんだよな、ビットが設定されてたはず。どうなったかな、ね、各キャラの名前を募集してるのと、あ、これ達成してるな。奏者さんがマールのコスプレをしてくれるのかな、これは。多分そうだと思うんですけど、マールのコスプレっていうミットが書いてありますね。奏者ゼリカンドラさんですけれども、もし達成したらマールのコスプレをしますって書いてあります。画面にもご注目ください。あとは各キャラクターの名前に対して投票というか寄付が入ってますね。ただこれ乱収調整の関係なのか何なのか、文字数制限がもともとかな、文字数制限もかかってますね。
These blindfolded runs are some of my absolute favorite, and I know I didn't pick favorites earlier for the bid war, but I was secretly hoping Majora's Mask would win. Love you all, chat. You're cute, and let's hit that next milestone. Less than 3. Thank you, everybody, for those wonderful donations towards PCF. And again, speaking of that milestone,
アイラの名前が今1位がワイフって書いてある。
Awesome new Game Plus run of Chrono Trigger. We are $78,000 away from getting that milestone. That equates to reaching a total of $1.4 million for PCF.
カエルが悟空になってるんですけど。
I'm just going to share with everyone here. We can all keep a secret, right? Yeah, okay. Well, as it turns out, our runner Jerikandra just happens to be the world record holder in that new game plus category.
今ね、これ全部ドラゴンボールで競ってますから。本当だ、ルッカがブルマになってる。
More marathon, more AGDQ 2026, but I would love to see the world record holder get that run on the GDQ stage tonight. Again,
なんかカエルの代わりにロボがカエルになりかけています。
Put a donation towards actually any of our incentives. We have plenty of bid wars for all of the names for the wonderful characters.
キャラデザがね、ドラゴンボールの方なんですよね。
Keep building up towards that incentive. And as a reminder, for our gamers watching on twitch.tv/gamesdonequick, we have a wonderful charity tool that you can use to donate directly on the site to our wonderful Prevent Cancer Foundation. Also, as a reminder, if you have subs, Amazon Prime subs, and you want to help Games Done Quick continue to showcase wonderful gamers and donate towards wonderful causes, you can also decide to put those subs towards Games Done Quick. Remember to click the button towards putting your money towards those. Wow, my brain just stopped. Too much Chrono Trigger. I think I went into the epoch a little bit early. Towards those subscriptions.
あ、そうそう、マールはヨッシーなんですよね。
Now, hopping back to those bid wars really quickly, I haven't gotten a chance to talk to them because there was, again, that really cool
今のと
blindfold
ころ
that
で
was
すけ
going
ど、
on.
まだ
I'm looking at some of these names,
始まってないか
and there are some very tight races for all of them. For instance, Ayla's name currently in the lead is in all
そう
capital
なのか
letters.
ボルト
I
か
know
な
there's some
ど
people
っ
in
ち
the
だろう
comment, on the
読み方
commentary
が。
couch coming up that have opinions again with that
これだ
trademark
け飛び
little
抜け
icon
てます
by there. And Zeta is very close behind in second place. We also have Rosa Aoyos and a few others. So again, if you want to see your wonderful Ayla with a different name, put your donation towards that specific incentive. We also
魔王
have
討
name
伐カテゴリーなんで魔
options
王様はいま
for
せん。
Chrono, which Bort is currently in the lead. I heard a couple people in Pittsburgh right now be very excited for Bort right now. So we also have Goku for
マール
Frog
が
in the lead.
マールがヨッシーになる
Luca is currently
エンディン
sitting
グ
at
もそういえばあ
Bulma
ったな。
and
ヨッシーじゃないけど。
Yoshi? All right, I'm down for this. Again, if you want to change those names, go to !donate.gdq.gg/donate. And not only do you put your donations towards those particular bid wars, you're also getting us closer and closer to that milestone. Back to Black, GDQ's all-black charity speedrunning event supporting Race Forward goes live February 5th through the 8th. For more information about the event and schedule, visit gdq.gg/BAF. And you can submit prizes from now until January 30th at gdq.gg/B2B26-prizes. Are you enjoying AGDQ? Then make sure to check out GDQ Hotfix, our daily speedrun programming, right here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. Hotfix features a variety of shows, events, and community showcases, highlighting speedrunners and their incredible talents. Whether you're a seasoned runner or a casual speedrun fan, there's something for everyone. Type !point in chat for more info. All right. Now, looking at some more of those bid war names, we are, I've mentioned Bulma for Luca. Right now in second place, close behind is Tori. In third place is Laura, and then in fourth is Luigi. I'm down for that. I see some Arby's options for our characters as well. I also see for Robo, our good friend Frog is currently in the lead with Plop in second place and Rick in third. But all right, gamers, I think it is time to turn back time again and again and again as the wonderful Jerikandra takes us through Chrono Trigger Magus RNG Manip. Let's go!
始まるかなあ、来た来たあー素敵なコスプレをしていらっしゃいます。はい、ビット達成に奏者さんがマールのコスプレをしていらっしゃいます。
And I will let my awesome couch introduce themselves too.
Hi, I am Onimus. I mainly run JRPGs from the SNES era. For this run, I have done a lot of research into how the RNG works and built some tools to help find the seeds that we'll use for the manipulations you'll see tonight.
Hi, I'm Kara. This is my favorite video game. Those are my credentials.
本日のクロノトリガーですが、PC 版、Steam 版ですね。の、魔王討伐カテゴリー、魔王を倒すところまでのカテゴリーで、さらに乱数調整を する
Vibe with it.
という
Alright.
ものです。
Well, to get started, we need Chrono's name.
従来、クロノトリガーでは、スーパーファミコン版実機
Looks
で
like the
ある
epoch
と乱
is
数調整
currently
利用できた
setting down to
という
get
ことなんで
that
すけれ
name
ども、
decided on.
同じ方法で PC 版だと
I think it took a wrong
できな
turn
か
in
っ
our
たということで、
We don't see the epic in
そ
this.
こでこちらの奏者さんが PC 版の方で乱数調
epoch
整
is
の
panicking.
方法などを見つけて、FF4 とか FF3 の方で、ツールとかあるらしいんですけど、似たツールをさらに
While
作っ
buckets are
て、
doing what buckets
で
do, I will
クロ
just
ノトリ
say
ガー用の
I'm very,
ス
very
クリプトを
excited
作
about
成
this
しましたと。
run. I imagine lots of people are. I'm trying to be like cool and collected on the couch, but I wasn't kidding. This is my
紹
favorite
介の
game.
方
I'm
に
very
書かれて
excited.
ますね。
Kara and Cool and Collected do not really
なん
go
で、
together.
ス
So.
チーム版のクロノトリガーだったら
I
ね、
can't be the only one.
こちらでも手に入れることができなくはないので、
Yeah, let's
挑
make
戦
some
で
noise
きる
if you're
方は挑
totally
戦できる
normal
と思
about
いま
this
す。
game like me.
All right, well, I'm ready to be totally normal about Chrono's name because it is Bort.
Bort. Okay.
Bort, capital B, lowercase
で、これ
ORT.
ツールを使って、で、さらに、なんか
Alright, so I do
Steam
have to point out that,
をある時間に合わせて起動して、そこから操作を開始するというものらしくて、どうも時刻依存の
It's gonna be Bort.
乱数になってるみたいですね。なので多分時々ゲームを再起動したり、いろいろ操作したりっていうところが入るんじゃないかな。
Donating so much money to
あ、そ
PCF.
してキャラクターの名前はビットで決定されております。
We rehearsed this.
Bort raised $3,000,
ボートって言ったか
over
な。
$3,000 for PC.
クロノはボートです。
All right, so without any further ado,
いい
time
行為
will
かな。
start when I confirm
まあまあ、
Bort's
誤差で誤差。
name. So let's count it down, everyone, with a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
はい、グッドラックです。
All right, so I'm going to start off by giving some background on how this RNG Manip works. This is the first time that an RNG Manip run has been available for PC. So this is a very new run. So what happens is when you launch the game, the RNG is seeded based on the start time or like your system time as you launch the game.
奏者さん
And
が
once that is
書
seeded,
かれてる
all of
方
the
の
RNG values for the rest of the time the game is running are set. It's a set order, so we can we will know what is
乱
happening
数調
when.
整するの
And
が
luckily, the algorithm used for
神
the
殿という
RNG is
か
one that is well known.
ナ
It's
ーガが
easy
4匹出てくるところ
to
が
simulate, and we can
ある
find
はず
good
なんですけ
seeds
ども、
by doing that, and we'll know
そ
what's
ちら
going to
の
happen until
ナ
we
ー
need to
ガの
reset.
動きを
And I think we're going to
制
need a
限
Luca
したり
name
と
in a
か。
second.
We need Luca's name.
All right, getting ready for that.
英語
Luca
版のキャラクターの名前
name
だから
right
わ
now.
からん。ゾンボーってい
I
う
have a suspicion.
キャラクターに対して乱数調整とかですね。
Or you might not.
That's true
い
of
ろいろ
everything.
書かれております。あ、そしてルッカが何になったのか。
This music is so good.
Right? In the meantime, I wanted to give quick love for a $200 donation from Lego Man saying hello from right behind you. Chrono Trigger is my favorite game of all time. Fun fact, the primary composer is Yasunori Mitsuda. It was the first game he did music on. Later, he would go on to do music for Xenogears and Mario Party. Good luck, Jerikandra. Let's go, Chrono!
Thanks.
I always forget this was his first game. That makes... I can't fit that fact in my head. It's too good.
It looks like we have officially found Luca's name, and it is going to be Bulma.
Bulma. As
はい、
many
ブル
of you
ノ
might
が言い
know,
ました。
character designs in this game are by Akira Toriyama, legendary anime and
ルッカはブルマです。
illustrator, most famous for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Non-Z and Dragon Ball all those letters.
And we're gonna need Marley's name real quick, so get ready. And by Marley, I mean me, of course.
Well, then shouldn't it just be Marley?
さあ右のキャラがマールですね。今回奏者さんはこのキャラクターのコスプレをしていらっしゃいます。
Yeah, so we'll need Marley's name right here.
All right. With that, the name is... Well, your name is Yoshi.
マールはヨシになりました。
My one Yoshi noise for the run. Just had to get it out of the system.
M-A-R-L-E. Great. Okay. 5 characters. Making sure.
So for the manips, you'll see we actually use a modified version of a tool that Seraph made for Final Fantasy IV 3D on PC, which kind of works the same way of setting the seed when you launch the game. So all it really does is it sets your system time, then it starts the game, and then you set your system time back. It's all stuff you could do like manually on like a command line, but the community's just agreed that for consistency, we're fine using a tool in this case. And then there's about 4 billion possible starting RNG seeds that you can get, which sounds like a lot, but when you're trying to get very specific values in very specific spots, that narrows down very quickly. This first run, the first set of manips goes from the start of the game to Dragon Tank, which is about 25 minutes. And out of the 4 billion seeds, there were only 2 that matched what we were looking for, and even one of those, it had a low damage roll, so it didn't actually work out. So the only way you could ever see this RNG, if you were doing this as a casual run, would be to start exactly at the right time on June 29th, 2016. So good luck if you're going to try that.
I can't believe that's real. That's like real life Doctor Strange
ダンス
Infinity War.
調整、こちら、Steam 版ですけれども、本体というか自国依存のダンス調整になるんですけれども、Steam のオフラインモードにすると
Yeah, I know this is a game that like many
簡
of us
単に
do
なる
know,
らし
but
いです
I
ね。
promise you many of people watching don't. So I will occasionally be butting in with lore updates. You're Chrono, you're a young boy who lives in this town. There's a Millennium Fair to celebrate it being the year 1000 AD. You bump into a girl, she's pretty cute. Your friend Yoshi is debuting this experiment. It's a teleporter, but whoops, it reacted weirdly with that pendant. Bulma. Oh man.
Yoshi fell into the portal.
Can we start over? Oh,
Reset
man.
run.
Oh no, the pendant reacted with the machine and opened up a portal, and now Bortita very bravely is going after her.
Also, Bulma's father just showing you, just relentlessly beating the machine with a hammer just makes it work. So if your technology is just not working, just slam it with a hammer.
Also, this will come up later, but everything that Jerikandra just did in that opening sequence in the fair will matter, and technically already does matter. But we'll talk about that more later. And now we get to learn a little bit about how combat works in this game. Do you want to talk about how we manipulate for certain things like crits and damage?
Yeah, so this first fight, we don't really manipulate anything. There's only, in the first 25 minutes, this first manip is for 5 different fights. Once you get past that, there's not a good way to get more manips on the same seed, just because of that. There's so few options, like we can't really expand beyond that without doing some extra tricks, which we can talk about later. But
just to kind of butt in, so what we just did there on that bridge and why Yoshi was kind of moving forward, inching forward a little bit, there's an encounter trigger right at the end of that.
Borted.
Well, Yoshi's playing.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
no. Okay, all right.
There's an
And so-
encounter trigger right at the edge of that bridge, and you can kind of inch close to it. And if you run up right before that encounter trigger, Chrono will actually step 2 pixels over it and will avoid that encounter entirely. If you walk up, it actually just hits the encounter instead.
And we talked about this in practice. Am I right that that works differently in the PC version than the Super Nintendo version?
No, it's the same.
Okay, but something is different later, right? I didn't make that up.
It's the same, but Chrono has a much smaller hitbox, so in
Okay.
PC, so it's actually a much freer skip on PC.
That's what I was thinking of.
It's like literally like a frame pixel buffering you have to do on SNES.
Yeah, my poor console's reset button gets slapped a lot in the beginning of this run.
So as alluded to, the way that encounters work in this game, they're not random, they're environmentally triggered. A lot of them are skippable, some of them are not. Jerika's gonna be skipping a ton of them because it's a speedrun. But it does mean that movement is incredibly important for the experience routing and all environment navigation. I
Oh, no,
stopped
I
noticing that
disappeared.
sentence. Yes, oh my gosh, it's our friend
あ、
Yoshi.
マールが消え
Yoshi.
てしまった。
Oh man. And she vanished, and I think we don't know why yet. They think she's the queen, and we seem to have traveled
タイム
400
パラ
years
ドッ
back
ク
in
ス
time.
で
And here's
マールが
Bulma,
消えてしまうっ
who's
て
gonna
いう
help us.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I
Bulma.
really envisioned me being more
未来
helpful
に
during this
なってしま
section.
っているっていうことだったの確か。すいません。司会はクロノ
So
ト
yeah,
リ
we
ガー
got
うろ
like a
覚え
little
です。
uh,
めちゃく
Back
ちゃ
to the
昔やっ
Future
た。
grandmother's paradox.
マールが生まれる未来じゃなくなっちゃっ
Especially for
てるよ
1995, I think.
ていうこ
It
と
also
だから
establishes that canonically, Yoshi, the first woman to ever wear pants. Feminist icon. Yeah, so yeah,
ご
give her
先祖
her
様が
pants.
今さらわれちゃったんですね確か。 今これ絵で
So yes,
や
this
っ
is
て
where
く
we
れ
learn
て
the
ますけ
reason
ど。
that they think that Yoshi
ご
is the
先祖
queen
様が
is
死ねたら当
because
然
Yoshi
その
is
子
in
孫で
fact
ある
the
マールも
princess in our
消え
time
ちゃう
period,
よね
the
っていう
descendant
こと
of
で
Queen Lean,
今
who is
その未来
missing.
の子孫であるマールが
But
消えてしまいまし
now
た
that
どうしようっていうところ
Yoshi, now that Yoshi has gone back in time, they're like, oh, we found the queen.
ま
So
あ
they
マール
stop
じゃなくて
looking
ヨ
for
シ
the
って
real
呼ばれ
queen,
てます
which
けど
means that the real queen dies, which means that Yoshi's never born.
And so once we get to the
Yoshiが消えちゃっ
forest,
た。
we're actually going to see the first fight that we are specifically trying to manipulate. These two rollies are
こ
going to
の
pop out.
先一個
If you
どうだろうね
crit
途
these
中でリセッ
guys,
ト挟む
they
かな
die in one hit. Otherwise, they take
修
two
道
hits.
院が
So we
確か
just
この
set it up
先にある
so
は
we
ず
get
で
two crits.
あそうそうここも
And
乱
we
数
just
調
auto
整だっ
battle
たか
and
な
get it done real quick.
今
That's
クリ
amazing.
ティカルが
And
出
then this
た
next
とか
fight, we
も
don't manip
調
because
整をしてい
these,
る
these three
ら
are
しい
bunched
で
together,
す
and we're just going to cyclone them anyway, so we don't really need to do anything special.
Yeah,
ど
a
っ
really
かに
cool thing
クリテ
about
ィカル
Chrono
が
Trigger
出る
battles
ポイン
is
トがあ
that,
ってそ
you
こ
know,
は
this
も
is
う
very
乱
much
数
in the
調整
era
をしてい
where
るという
Final
ことで
Fantasy was king
さっ
as
きの
far
クリティ
as
カルかな
JRPGs were concerned, at least in America. And so it was very common to have, you know, either you know, real-time action like a Zelda 2 or something, or, you know, heroes over here, enemies over here. And in this, placement matters so much, and that's one of the things that the RNG Manip allows for, is things like Chrono's Cyclone to take out, in this fight, for example,
あ
3 enemies.
ここは乱数調整の恩恵を受けるところです長い長というか
We want these Nagas to
4
group up
体
so we can fire whirl them all. If you
動
don't
き
do
が
that,
ス
they
ロ
will
ー
get
にな
off
るとか
slows, which
なん
is
と
a
か
very slow attack. And we still see a couple of them, but it's a lot worse if you've got 4
右
of
の
them doing it.
ナーガが先に降りてきてくれるので3体一気に倒せますという
We
調
are
整み
gonna
たいです
need a name for Frog very quickly here.
It's my boyfriend.
ニャンヌかニャンヌ4体
I can have 2 boyfriends.
でカエルが出てきますがさあカエルはなんて名前になったんかな
Coming up just in a second.
All right.
本日のクロノトリガーキャラクターの名前はビットで決まっております
All right. The winning name for Frog is Goku.
はい悟空になりました
And as a reminder, gamers, the next name that we're going to be closing, I believe, is going to be Robo. So now's your
Yes.
chance to snipe that name.
あと残りロボと
We play
ア
a
イラが
piano to open a
何に
door.
なるかです
I
ね
believe it's
That's
an
what it does.
organ, actually.
Oh man, I'm blowing it. It's an organ, you're right.
No, organ is a,
No, now it seems like I was pandering to get validation.
no
I'm
organ.
not saying I wasn't, but
Organ is a state.
True, also true.
I don't know what to do with that.
All right, we're just grabbing some like swords. We're grabbing a sword upgrade. We're grabbing a strength capsule. We're grabbing some stuff. We're gonna take some fights. We're eventually gonna try to get Goku and Bort their X-Strike ability together. So we are gonna take at least one extra fight.
So the way that abilities and later on magic work in this game is each character learns individual skills, but then if depending on certain skill prerequisites, characters can combine for double or later even triple techs, as long as those two characters, I believe, level up together at least once after passing those prerequisites.
Once they learn the single tech, and then you do a battle, and like as they're
Oh,
both
they just
in the
have to do
battle-
any battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they both have the single tech in there and they do a battle, they'll learn the dual tech. We're gonna take this fight twice because we need the XP and the the TP for it to like basically learn X Strike coming up here. Frog needs what is it, slurp cut, and that's gonna give us the prerequisite for learning X Strike here.
We could probably hear a donation or two while we're doing this.
Absolutely. So I've been chuckling over here with Bort, and Rhea had donated $25 and found my weakness by saying, but the extra T in Bort stands for to donate. I just want to give everybody a heads up that we have 2 new bid wars that have opened up. We have a speedometer scale for Sword of the Sea, and that is the quintessential kilometers versus miles. So shout out to the kilometers friends and the miles friends. Also, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, we have a category choice bid war between Julius and Soma. So if you'd like to choose either speedometers or categories, ! Donate or gdq.gg/donate. Put those donations towards that incentive, and every single donation benefits Cancer Foundation and gets us closer to that 1.4 million milestone and the new Game Plus incentive for Chrono Trigger. So let's get that met, gamers.
Yeah, the New Game Plus run is definitely something you want to see. It's always fun to see. I think it's always fun to see at speedrun events, these like really long kind of spacious RPG runs, and then to also have the treat to see how you can do it in 3 minutes or whatever. It's going to be a treat, and I know that we can hit that 1.4 million.
So we're coming up on the Yakra fight. So if you're not manipping this, you have to worry about keeping Bort and Goku healed up, and you're hoping that what's Luca's name again? Bulma. You're hoping that Yakra targets her and kills her because that removes some of the counter attacks. With the manip, the Yakra is going to target mainly her at the beginning, take her out pretty quick.
ここも確か乱数調整されてた
between Frog and
みたいですね。
Goku and Bort, and we can just X strike until it's dead.
一
By
発
the way,
目
this
が
boss has 968 HP.
You always get, it's
どっ
986.
かに
Where are you even getting these numbers?
来る
It's
ように
my
なってるん
favorite
だと
game. I think I know how many hit points he has.
Okay.
Boss counterattacks are a big thing in this game. Some of them
そうそう
are
ここでルカがやられる、なるべく早くやられるように調整しますみたいな書いてある。基本的にルカに攻撃が行くようになってるみたいです。
Should also talk a little bit about auto battle too. That's a new piece.
つつがなく2人に撃地が入ると。
Didn't have that.
It's both your favorite thing and your weakness in this game. Because if you leave auto battle running, it's just going to do the last action. Or it does like regular physical attacks. Which, if you're trying to do the RNG manip, not something you want to have happen all the
次
time.
に奏者さんが調整しているのはドラゴン戦車みたいですね。
And then, so we tend to use it even if we have a menu open. So you duck into a menu, turn auto battle
黒
on
の
while their
クリティカ
animation
ルヒ
happens,
ッ
and
ト
then
を
you
引
can
き出して
actually
いく
pop back out and turn it off. So
チャート
there's
み
a
た
lot
い
of
で
like
す。
playing with it off and on.
Lore update. The Chancellor was the one who kidnapped the Queen, except no, he wasn't. That was the monster disguised as the Chancellor. And then once we defeat the monster, we let the Chancellor out, except we don't because it's slower. So the Chancellor lets himself out, which I didn't know was a thing that could happen in this game. So we've
さ
rescued
っ
the
きの
Queen, so now
さっきの
our
やつ
friend
ね、
Yoshi
どこが目か分かんなくなっちゃう。
and Frog has wandered off to brood.
Who's
Frog?
No, stop, I can do it. Goku. Goku wanders off to brood.
And I've got a little bit of a lore update really quickly. We are $600 away from unlocking the first bonus star in the 70-star relay tomorrow.
All right, let's go.
I'm
こ
so
れで
excited for that
マールと
relay.
いうかヨッシーを消してしま
So
う
now we are
原因
going
を
back to the present, where we will
倒した
never
ので
encounter a mean
タイムパラドックスが
chancellor
戻っ
ever
て
again.
Not tonight.
Oh,
戻
also
ってきま
apparently
した
he's brooding on the stairs.
Yeah, we actually
I forgot about that.
we avoid Frog at all because there's a huge like several second cutscene if you run into him there. Sorry, Frog. Or sorry, Goku.
He's a big yapper.
He also, if I recall correctly, so in the English translation, he talks in sort of Elizabethan speech, and I can't remember the exact details, but in the original Japanese, there's a similar type of like extremely formal and slightly archaic tone, which I think is so cool that they preserve that across translations.
I didn't know that.
I think while we head back to
Yes.
1000 AD, we have some time for a few donations.
Yeah.
Absolutely. $50 to PCF from Lil Broccoli's MGS. Good luck on the run, girl. Knock it out of the park.
Thanks, Broccoli.
We also have $10 from Taxodium. Good luck with the run, Jerikandra. Let's go.
Thank you.
We also have $50 from Jeff S. Glad to see Chrono Trigger back at GDQ, donating towards even more Chrono
突然
Trigger
で
at GDQ.
どうしても生き残らなければいけないのはクロノみたいですね。とにかくクロノのレベルが上がってくれないと次ドラゴン戦車に使う MP が足りなくなってしまうらしいです。
Milestone met as soon as possible. So keep those donations coming in.
Absolutely. I know I was just talking about how nice it is to have like a long, luxurious RPG run, but you're going to get sucked into this game and all of the cool tricks and tech and manipulation and music and everything, and it's going to be over before you know it. So if you're thinking of donating, absolutely jump on that right now.
Yeah, now we're going back and we get our heroes welcome for saving the princess.
They
right?
love us for it.
Heroes welcome, shout outs to jail.
Big jail fan?
In that pause, I ran through so many options of what that word could be, and none of my guesses were good. But shout out for jail. Yeah, sure. We are, in fact, going to jail, which is our next big sort of like set piece segment leading up to our next major boss.
But before jail, there's a trial, and we want to know
all right.
what you think, chat, like for donating. Send in your
これ何してるんだっけ？
donations
なん
for
か
whether you think the
まあ
second juror
マ
will
ール
say
がお
guilty.
姫様なわけです
We're
けど
about to find out, but see if you can get
お
something.
姫様が、まあ、
This screen is
クロノに誘拐されてたんじゃないかっていうことで
I really love the guy
裁判に
in the corner just
かけられてしまっている
punching
と
the
ころ
air.
です。
Yeah, 16-bit and 8-bit crowds are so good. I love the punch-out crowd, which is just sort of dots going, and it totally works.
It almost looks like the person, like he's punching the
まあ
person
なん
like,
とい
in
って
front
も
of him almost.
Maybe he is.
独房にこの後放り込まれてしまうわけですけども。
They're lathered up into a lather, whipped up into a lather. So this is why it mattered what
だけど
happened
ここ
in the
選
fair.
択肢によ
We
って
are
は
on trial for allegedly
アイテム
kidnapping
がいっぱいもらえたりと
Princess
かなんとかするんだったと思う。
And it turns out that that was pretty quick that time. It turns out that all the little things that we did in the fair, the game is keeping track of all of that, and all of those are used for evidence, either for or against you. So a bunch of character witnesses are brought in. So, if you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't have even noticed that when Borchita and Yoshi bump into each other, okay, if we're also calling Jerika Yoshi, this gets really complicated.
Well, I don't think we're punching air anymore. I think we just punched My Pet Cactus's run in the 70-star relay. That first bonus star has been met.
All right.
But yeah, just a very small thing that before going to pick up the pendant, Jerika was sure to talk to Yoshi first. Like something as small as that affects not just this scene in a casual playthrough, but also in the speedrun.
Yeah, now that, the jury says we're mostly not guilty, so that means we get off scot-free, right?
Yeah, we win, right?
It's a very short run. No, it turns out that justice is a scam. There is no joy in Mudville. We are going to prison anyway. There's nothing you
というわ
can
け
do to
で
avoid
つ
going
つ
to
がな
prison.
く
Even if you are 100%
牢屋に
not
放り込まれ
guilty,
ました
the chancellor will show up and give the warden a phony execution order for you.
It just seems like all the chancellors are just terrible.
It is interesting that across history,
ここ
when monsters are
で
like, we need to infiltrate Royal Society, it's always the chancellor.
なんか脱獄するときにスキップ
Like if
技
they
が
go
あ
for
る
the
んだって。
monarch, that's like too big of a goal, but they still need influence.
Yeah.
It's the middle managers you got to watch out for, is my point.
So we do need to be careful here when we go into like the actual prison cell, because if you get the not guilty vote, you do get a bag of supplies on your bed. We have to kind of be careful not to grab that bag of supplies because that will affect the RNG.
We found that out the other day.
Yeah.
縦の間を2ドットくらい。2ドット。
That's great. That doesn't affect the RNG at all. Just affects our hearts.
All right, we have
バタバタバタバタってして。ほっといてもマルが助けに、マルじゃないわ。ルッカだっけなが助けに来てくれるみたいですけどね。
take a moment to shout out our Yeti staff, both on site and back at the warehouse. They've been working nonstop all week to make sure everything runs smoothly. If you're able, check out our official AGDQ merch, either at the table on site or our website at theyeti.com/AGDQ. Every order directly supports prevent cancer
あ、これ
foundation.
すり抜けていく。
Just over $55,000 away from getting that new game plus incentive. Let's get
PC 版、スチーム版の方がちょっとだけ楽みたいです。判定が小さくなるのかなんのか。
So we're coming up on
which
is the last fight that we manip in this first set of manips. There will be more manips later that you'll see. So when I told you at the beginning that there were 4 billion possibilities and only one of them worked, that wasn't exactly true.
ルッカは本日ブルマになってるの。
Blatantly lied. I loved it. It was great. So there were actually no seeds that worked with the dragon tank, but we did find that there are ways to manipulate the RNG outside of battle. So each time that you heal with a tech, that actually moves the RNG forward 1. And each time you do a room transition, that moves it forward 33. We don't know exactly why 33. My theory is the devs were making a nod to Expedition 33.
It is a game about time travel.
Yeah.
That's a joke I stole from one of you in practice. I don't remember. It's not my joke. I immediately felt so much guilt.
So what you're going to see is after this little cutscene, she's going to go out on some bridge that has Dragon Tank on it, and then she's going to come back into this room, go back out, and that moves the RNG forward enough that we get a better Dragon Tank battle. It's still not a perfect battle.
スピードをここで落とさないと結構厳しいみたいなんで、戦闘スピードを落としていきます。ドラゴン戦車戦です。ここも乱数調整の恩恵は受けているみたいです。クロノのクリティカルヒットが出てくる。
Yeah, it's so cool that all this is like actively being discovered. Am I right that there's been some RNG manipulation known about the console version for a while? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, console.
But for PC, this is brand new.
Yeah, console's been RNG manipped fully for years and years. This I think we discovered that it can happen like 6 months ago, and even then it was just, it was very much trial and error. And instead of like being able to hunt down specific RNG values, it was pick one of the 4 billion possibilities, see if it works, and then if it doesn't, try another 4 billion. But it's just in the last few months, it's come a long way in our understanding of exactly how the RNG works, and we're actually able to string together these multiple fights instead of just shooting in the dark and trying to find something that works.
ギリギリの戦闘にはどうやってもなってしまうということですが。
actually run that many games, or maybe have never speedrun a game, it can be kind of intimidating when there's like a classic game that has a lot of runs. I mean, this game's 30 years old, right? Like, what possibly could there be in a Chrono Trigger run? But there's always innovation happening. Speedrunners are always making up new categories or finding new things to test out. I love that so much. Even in a game this well known, there's still discovery to be had.
Yeah, and like I said, with the ways we can manipulate the RNG outside of battle, that gives us the opportunity, once we have done some more research, to string even longer sets of battles together, and even potentially someday we could have one manip at the beginning of the game that carries you all the way through the end. The biggest obstacle to that is just finding all of the RNG values for each battle that work, and then stringing them together.
In the midst of all that discussion, Yoshi over here did a little trick there. We call it guard skip. If you inch down a little bit, run to the right or to the left, There's actually like a trigger there for like a few text boxes for the guards, and you can actually just kind of run past it and just ignore them. Saves about 5 or 10 seconds or so.
Also, in the midst of that, I was almost messing up the Dragon Tank fight. Because of auto battle. I think we talked about that. Is it
The prophecy was true.
So yeah, if you leave auto battle on, and what happened there was the Bulma attacked instead of did the fire whirl, which is what we really wanted. And so then I had to like emergency heal, emergency res, and we got through the fight. But yeah, not as slick, not as fast, but we made it.
So now, even though we've broken out and Princess Nadia, aka our friend Yoshi, has said that she wants to go on an adventure, but the Chancellor refuses to let us go and guards chase us down. And our only escape is through one of these time gates, which there are a number of time gates as a result of that first portal that opened. A bunch of time gates have opened up.
追い詰められてしまったんですが、
We don't know where they go.
なぜか
Let's go on an adventure.
そこに歪みがあるじゃろ
What's the worst that could happen?
Nothing, actually. Everything's fine. I love the Chancellor's face in that cutscene.
We all love fantasy games, right? We love the
歪
fantasy
みに入って逃
genre.
げます。
Oh my god, it's a cold, unfeeling future. The year 2300.
Yes.
Oh my god, really?
Yes.
Oh my god. This is my favorite game. I've played it so many times. That's not a lie. Here we are in the future. Do you want to talk about why this room is terrible?
Yeah, so there's a lot of like rats that steal your potions here, but we're actually going to be using these rats to our advantage here. There is a few encounter
この
triggers
先しばら
with
く
those
は
like, I guess, plant
通常のという
tentacle
か、
monsters. And
my God.
they are like, it's like a straight line down the whole like
の解
area.
説は
But by
私の
using
手
that
元の
text
資料
box
には
of
な
the
いか
rat
な。
stealing a potion from us, it allows us to walk through that trigger, and the battle just doesn't start. And we use that for both of those, like why you know, Yoshi was here just like actually just getting robbed in broad daylight.
But it's
Yeah.
amazing how much easier it makes it to get through that room, which casually can be a nightmare.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the stacking of the text boxes. Something about having 2 text boxes stacked. So there was a timing there where we're picking a chest and then we're letting the rat steal from us. And if you don't get that timing right, the rat runs away, and then your text box goes away, and then you're sad. So.
But that was great. It's possible that you might be out there thinking, you know, well, it sounds like there's so much work being done by this RNG manipulation, which is true, but like we should not overlook the fact that like Jerika is still dealing with so many inputs and choices and movements that we are not even really noticing to keep everything on track.
All right, so we have a boss fight here. This is Guardian. This is a very unique kind of fight. If you attack the main portion of Guardian here before destroying the 2 pods, Guardian will counterattack with it's a pretty deadly attack. It does a lot of damage and it's AoE, and we just don't want that to happen. So the idea is we need to take out the 2 pods, and then we can kind of just auto battle the Guardian down. But there's also a little special, cool little thing about this room itself. If you enter the menu with the normal menu button, like if you don't remap the menu button and you go into the menu, it actually spawns an encounter, and it forces you to fight this. Like, it's a pretty tough encounter, and you can just keep refighting that encounter over and over and over.
Honestly, there's going to be a lot of scary encounters because, you know, it's a speed run, so even though it's an RPG, which normally is so much about leveling up, Jerika's only leveling up exactly as much as she needs to, which means that there's going to be so many fights in this run that we're barely strong enough for.
And don't worry about the yellow HP, we're fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, and while we don't do a specific, we don't have a specific manipulation for this because we start on the same seed every time and we've done the same battles every time. This is consistent, it just hasn't been optimized. We haven't found a good seed for it, but it is one that we can practice and we know what's coming.
Yeah, that was great. That was super clean.
Yeah, with the...
Yeah.
Thanks.
And what is our reward? Spoiled food.
Yeah, everyone's starving in the future. It's a bad time. Why don't we cheer up with some donations?
Well, speaking of donations and rats from earlier, the Rat Fam fans have given $100 to PCF saying, "We're cheering you on, Jerikandra," or I mean, Marley or Yoshi. But in any case, you're killing it, and the rats are proud of you. Less than 3. We also have Izala donating $100 saying, "Whoa, who knew they made a whole game from that one phrase Link says in Chrono Cross?" Anyways, glad to see people running this series on the stage. Best of luck with the run, Jerikandra.
Thanks so much, y'all.
I know coming up, we have a Robo name soon. Stephen gives $5 to PCF saying, "Rename Robo? That's a no-no, bro."
I'm not saying people should definitely donate with robo puns, but it will make me unhappy, and I think that's a fun thing to do for charity.
So she's not saying to not do it either. Not saying to not.
Shout outs to upsetting people.
そろそろ
No, just me specifically.
もうそろそろですかね。ロボが出てくるはずなんですけど、ロボの名前も
I forgot that noise went on for so long.
Yeah, that,
ビットで
Oh yeah,
決まります。
we do have some lore here and some donations. So Kara, take it away.
So this is where we get like the really big reveal of what's actually going on in this game, because there's a question when we land here, what happened to the world, right? Everything was going so great. It turns out that in the year 1999,
ロボの名前は一つがぶっちぎりだな。
an entity that at this point in the game we don't know almost anything about, but an entity called Lavos burst forth from under the ground and rained destruction down upon the entire globe, annihilating almost all human life, mutating what remained, and essentially ending any kind of, I mean, you can see those are the domes that we have been walking through the ruins of. So this
Yo,
is
that
where
Sonic the Hedgehog?
It's a space hedgehog.
that's on a really
ここで
If it's a space hedgehog, that
ここ
would
で
make a shadow.
一番最初出てくるんだったか。
It is arguably ambivalent towards both good and evil, kind of.
それが出てきたせいで世界が
That's in a kid.
What?
ウニ
To
ウ
this
ニやら
point,
ハニ
you
レ
know,
ズ
if you
ミ
don't know
や
anything
ら
about this game, you could be forgiven for thinking like, okay, this is a pretty classic, you know, sword and sorcery fantasy RPG. And this is where we find out what the game is actually about. And this is where the characters find out what the game is actually about. And I think it's really cool that it happens for them and us at the same time. So even though they're just, you know, some folks, and they
強い
don't
ウ
know
ニ
how
によ
they're
っ
going
て
to
世
do
界
it,
が
this is where they
危な
make a
い。
pact to save the world. No big deal. Just save the whole world and all of time.
Yeah, we don't even know what Lavos is or where it comes from. And we're just like, we just got to fix this. We don't want this feature to happen.
And
Okay,
in this
what's-
category, you'll never find out. So you should play the game.
So, all right, what's worse? Lavos or that buzzing noise from the computer?
It's neck and neck, man. Like, I don't know.
so in this category, you
この
won't
ゲー
find
ム
out.
は
But if we reach the
曲が流れるたびに全部名曲だな。
then we can.
So a very big selling point of this game when it came out is that it boasts, I always get this number wrong, 16
最
endings?
初から最後まで曲がかっこいい。
13. On PC. PC has a bonus
My
13.
favorite game.
Yeah, and SNES has, I think, 11.
I think it's 12.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
A bunch. It has a bunch of endings. A
It
really
has-
We've all
solid
played this
number.
game, I
We
promise.
love this game.
The true answer is yes.
And much in the same way that, you know, like Tears of the Kingdom would do, or Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom would do much, much later, where if you want to, you can just go finish the game pretty much as soon as you start. You can get to the final fight of this game incredibly quickly. You know, you'll die immediately. It'll be a bad time, but you can do it. But that's where New Game Plus comes in, where you start the game with your stats and levels from the previous run, and you can really play around with like where you choose to end the game in the story, choices that you make. It's very cool.
And we are $51,000 away from seeing that ending, which is honestly, personally, one of my favorites. So,
Chat, it's so good. I believe in you so much. 50K and a bit. You can do it.
We have the man.
It's the man.
Johnny 5.
My problematic fave.
お、
And we're also going to get
What
some hot jams here.
これそろそろレースか。あ、レースだ、レースだ。
This is essentially an auto
突然のレースゲーム。
Asuka, do you have like a very quick donation?
Charbuddy has a fantastic $50 donation to PCF saying, Jerikandra has incredible gameplay and an incredible outfit. I'm loving this. Big smiley face. Put this towards Kara's Sanity Fund and also the bonus star, which we have a second bonus star opened up. Dire Docks, Jetstream by Brad Harmer. So let's get that bonus star met.
So this is F-Zero, but if F-Zero was terrible, this is one of the greatest games of all time, and they decided to put a terrible version of Zero in the middle of it. Pretty much all you have to do is save one of your boosts till the very end, and you just boost at the right moment. You can definitely mess it up.
You know, you could have really pumped me up there and said it was really hard.
I just pumped you up like a second ago, and I'm planning on doing it later.
Skillful, let's go.
I have messed that up multiple times on runs, so it's not free.
It's the most free 45 seconds you'll ever lose.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to press the boost button when the thing says 20 at the top. That just pretty much guarantees that you'll boost over the finish line. We have a forced encounter here. And then, 30 years later, I find out that this next encounter, if you just walk through this staircase, it doesn't wake up the encounter. My face was on the floor when I found that out.
Walk as opposed to run?
Yeah, if you run, it wakes them up.
Shh, be quiet.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
All right, well, we need Robo's name here.
Yeah, we're gonna need Robo's name. First, I'm gonna sing a song for you. And then right after that song, there'll be Robo's name.
A song from the future.
Not this song's sad.
Fake out.
I am very
Much like
sad.
Donatella, Bulma does machines.
さあさあ、名前発表のお時間ですね。
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. All right, now we can take Robo's name.
That's right, GDQ.
さあ、ロボの名前が発表です。
That works way too well. That is all right. Agents of Chaos, rejoice! Robo's name is now Frog.
It's like both of my
ロボがカエルになりました。
Robo is great.
カエルは悟空です。
We don't have like a ton of time to get into like the specifics of the characters, but all of the writing, all of the characters are super lovable. You should play this game. Have I mentioned that?
So, I mean, pretty much all of Robo's mechanics are we equip Berserker on him.
これが未来のカエルじゃ。
Basically Donkey Kong from Bonanza.
Yeah, we picked up that Berserker ring in that room with the kleptomaniac rats.
So we only have one character left to get.
Yes.
Don't. I'm trying so hard to control myself.
And right now, Xena is currently beating Wife for that last name.
Okay, all right.
Ice Blue, do you have feelings about this?
I do. I have a lot of feelings. And chat, I need you to understand that this message, I don't know if y'all can read it, but I need y'all to not vote Xena. I need y'all to vote Wife. Wife is number one.
For everyone who donated to PCF to vote for Xena, thank you so much, but we do need Wife to win.
It's the couch's choice.
It's just, Ayla is just the best.
Do we have time for a donation right now?
Yeah, I think so.
We could do one, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fish donates $25. Shout out to that sick Chrono Trigger blanket.
Oh, yeah, we didn't shout out the blanket.
That is a sick blanket.
It's very warm.
We should probably have time for one more.
All right, $325 from Kiefer Skunk. My wife and I are here with our dog, Ayla, and our 17-year-old cat, Specchio. And we are having a blast watching this amazing run of the greatest game of all time. We absolutely have to see that new game plus run. You friends are too much. And we are just over $50,000 away. We need to get that exclamation point donate. GDQ.GG/donate. Let's get that incentive.
Did you say that the dog's name was Ayla?
Yes.
I need to meet this dog.
And the cat is
and
Specchio.
pet them. No, I'm not worried about Specchio. I love Specchio, but I
No
need,
disrespect to Specchio.
No disrespect, but I need to meet Ayla.
Specchio.
Disrespect.
Sorry.
Specchio, I will give you all the pets.
Thought that stayed in here. And Chat, it may be that at this point you're thinking, $50,000 is a lot of money, maybe we won't make it, but I will remind everyone that we've already raised $1.35 million and the week isn't even over. Like, not to be a broken record, but I think
そうですね、本日の、カテゴリーは魔王を倒すまでの RTA になりま
We
す。
just broke 50,000. We are now 49,700.
乱数操作ありのカテゴリーですね。
And did you know that all numbers are just a bunch of ones put together? So we just took one off.
この先乱数調査があるのはもうしばらく先、
And honestly, talking about
橋がかかってて、
gamers, I would love
なんだ
to
っけ、
hear
ゼナの
your
橋でしたっ
favorite
け、
Chrono
あの
Trigger
辺で
ending.
一
We all
回
got opinions
多
on
分再起動というかツールの設定があるんじゃないか
Let
な。
us know what is your favorite ending. For me, it's totally New Game Plus with a little bit of Dino ending.
So we kind of didn't go over this in the beginning of the
通
run.
常の RTA に加えてさらに乱数調査で
But Yoshi
調
here
整
is
で
actually
な
going
ん
to
と
be
か
changing the battle speed for
してい
certain
く
bosses, specifically Dragon Tank and this one here.
という欄にな
We
りま
put it
す。
on one of the slowest battle speeds, just because we want to get as many actions on our characters as possible, rather than getting the bosses to hit, because we're going to be, it's going to be a 2v1 or 2v6 against the R series, and we want to be able to take them out before they punch, Bort and Balma to death.
This is genuinely one of the saddest saddest scenes in a video game.
My favorite thing is even though it's the PC version, this thing runs at 60 FPS, they still only dash in 20 FPS. Like, you could just see the frames there.
They're not your real friends, Frog.
Well, yeah, they're blue. They're not even a good color.
Okay. I don't know if the fact that they're blue is the problem. And I understand that, like, for the purposes of video, but the fact that Bort and Bulma just stand there during this is so upsetting to me.
Well,
do something.
I love that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you can try, but they punch you out of the way anytime you interfere. So we just kind of waited out on the speed run.
I also do.
I'm too used to watching the speed run where we just stand by.
In the speed run, they just assume.
あ、カエルさんがポイされてしま
really
った
love。that when the more that they hit Robo was just spinning in a circle, so they're just turning Robo into a top.
His name is Frog.
I'm sorry, Frog.
Please do not dead name my boyfriend. It's fine,
こ
we're
こ
all
はもう
friends up here.
黒の
I
攻
met both
撃
of
で
these people yesterday. We're doing great.
Hasn't even been
切っていき
24
ます。
hours and I'm getting bullied.
But it's like the good bully. There's no. All right. Do you have anything to say about this fight? Oh my God.
So yeah, we take the R series out because they, abused Frog. So it's just like a single input left or right, depending on if we're attacking the front row or the back row. And we want to take out the back row first here because they are the ones that get the next set of actions. So we take out the back row and then we take out the front row to just kind of speed things up.
There's so few pixels. How is it so sad?
Talking about Bort just kind of standing there. The second juror just apparently joined you in the future with a $50 donation that said, Bort is 100% guilty. My 6 identical siblings are deeply misguided and haven't studied the facts of the case.
I think juror number 2 is biased, but also very generous and supportive of charity.
It was probably the guy punching in the audience.
Now,
That's not how juries work.
I do have to reveal that I RNG manipped you to be guilty. So thank you. Though.
It's true. It was a scam.
Yeah, we lied to
Like
y'all.
justice, it was a scam. So now it's time to jump into the portal, but it turns out these portals can only take 3 people at a time. So by taking 4 people through this portal, which I find interesting because it proves that Robo is like a full sentient person and that the portals can know that. Yeah, the portals react to soul count, which I find fascinating. So the portal has malfunctioned and it has spit us out here the end of time, which for the rest of the game serves as a hub of sorts, both for fast travel and various plot developments. Here's an old man. If you want to know who this old man is, play the game.
Play the game.
We love him. It is also here that you'll see in a moment, we are going to speak to the aforementioned Specchio, and we are going to learn how to use magic. these 3 characters can use magic. Robo can't use magic because he's a robot, although his attacks, I believe, at least some of them do the shadow type. Yeah, there are a couple characters that can't learn magic, but these characters each have their own specific element. So Bortut will be learning lightning, Yoshi will be learning ice, and Bulma will be learning fire. I had to remember 6 things, and I did it.
It's also really, really funny if you bring Robo in here and you do this whole thing and you just get like this like Price is Right buzzer.
Loud, incorrect buzzer, yeah.
All right, we do want to get frog skip here.
Why are you skipping Kara's boyfriend?
It's
Different frog, different frog. All right, we just want to say no there because that's an extra fight we don't want to take if we don't have to.
Yeah, in the full playthrough, in the full casual playthrough, there's the whole thing where you can challenge Specchio at various levels, and Specchio's appearance matches however strong you are, which is cool, but we don't need to do it. What we do need to do is trespass on these nice cottagecore goblins' house. They're having lovely pie / cake.
That's cake.
That's time lost cake.
How did we get here?
Came out of the closet.
I wish I'd gotten cake when I came out of the closet.
We also just kind of break into the mayor's house here and just steal some stuff.
You know, standard RPG.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Here's another old man. Who's this old man? Well, we do actually know some things about this old man now. His name is Melchior. He's a legendary blacksmith. And are we just like saying hi right now?
We buy a sword and some potions, and then do a quick menu. So we're ready for this first.
Right, because depending on how much of the game you're playing and how you're playing it, you can see Melchior a bunch of times. And as we enter this cave, do we have any donations or any updates?
Of course, for an update, we are now at just over $47,000 away from getting that New Game Plus incentive, so we are getting there.
Heck yeah.
Do not sit on that, because, again, Jerikandra is really good at this game, and that is going to go by really quickly.
Yeah, we're just about halfway through this run.
Yeah. And also, Glenn has, I wonder who that could be, donated $5 to PCF. Thou asketh for Ayla to be named wife.
物理攻撃がほとんど効かない
As your boyfriend,
洞窟がどっかにあった気がするけど、ここだった気がします。
Give an update on that.
とにかく逃げていきます。
Right now, Xena is still in the lead, but wife is inching closer.
That's why I love him. He's
To
so
change the future of
supportive.
Ayla's name, go to gdq.gg/donate and put in your donation to both
どんどん
change Ayla's
逃げてい
name
きま
and
す
to
ね。
get us that New Game Plus incentive.
Yeah, so we know you've heard it before, but because there's a milestone, every
さっき
donation,
魔
if
法
you
をもら
assign
っ
it
た
to
は
a
ず
bid
なん
or
です
an
けど、
incentive, you are also going towards the milestone. So it is maximum bang for buck.
And also, please
と
put
に
it
かく
towards
逃げ
wife.
て
If
済
not, I'm
み
gonna
ます。
cry right on this stage.
And I'm sitting right next to them, and it's gonna be real weird.
I'm crying this way.
Do we directional projectile crying? Should we talk about Hekran?
Whoa! Watch your mouth.
Oh my god.
You can't say that up here.
Okay, they literally did that to me in practice, and I forgot. And so it got me as if for the first time. Do we
Okay.
want to talk about Goshrin's fight?
So this fight is, we can only damage the, I don't even know what to call this boss.
Hekran.
I'm saying it. I'm dropping it.
It's Friday night. Come on, it's the weekend.
We are fighting the Hekran here. But yeah, so this boss can only be pretty much damaged by magic attacks, which is why we use Luca and Marley, or Bulma and Yoshi. And basically, like how this fight works is the Hekran goes into a counter attack every so often. So once you see 2 cyclone attacks, Hekran will go into a counter attack phase. We don't want to attack him then because he will counter with a very strong attack, and that puts us kind of like off of like what we were trying to do here. We want to keep all of our party members above, 90 to 100 HP, because that cyclone attack does do a lot of damage. And when we go into, like, after the second counterattack phase, we're gonna basically go into the kill phase. So if Hekran kind of cyclones the same person twice, it kind of forces us to have to revive them and get them back on track.
yeah, if you're familiar with Pokemon runs or just Pokemon playthroughs, you're very familiar with damage ranges. And a huge part of running this, RNG manipulated or not, is knowing the ranges of every attack, and Jerika's watching those health totals all the time.
Yeah, that was a very good Hecarim fight.
このバトル
Yeah,
も
definitely.
運が悪
I
い
know,
と
we always say this, but like it's so much harder than it looks. And
普通に誰か
really
落ちる
is.
可
Like,
能
there's
性
so
が
many
あるみたい
variables
で
she's
すね。
keeping track of.
Yeah, that fight.
攻撃が全部一人に飛ん
it
でくる
can
とさす
easily
がに
go
耐えら
from
れない
like。a, what is it, a 2 or 3 round? You can add another round because every counterattack stance, you can't hit him anymore. So if you don't get all the attacks in one of those rounds, then you have to go another round. So
We're not bringing up all of the times that we skip encounters, but there were like 5 of them in that cave alone that she just carefully maneuvered around, and you can't even tell that it's happening.
So yeah, we had to wait for that text box to show up on Tabin before we can exit that room in order to get him to be downstairs. I don't know how he got down there. He may have jumped out the window, but he made it there.
Tabin.
that's Bulma's dad.
No, I've always the Taban.
Oh, really? I call him Tabin.
You should go fight Gato.
Gato?
Gato.
Kato! We are now hopping back into another time portal. This one taking us back to the end of time. Even though the first time we got to the end of time, because we took too many people, now just every portal will take us to the hub.
Chat, I need your help. We are very close to this closing off soon. I need...
Like a couple minutes.
I need y'all to change the name to wife. Please. I'm sorry. I appreciate everybody that donated for Xena. Nice bird skip. I appreciate y'all for donating for Xena, but
綺麗に
wife is
スキップ
just...
されていった。
We love Ayla.
Also, more than a couple minutes. I forgot what we were doing in the game.
この
There's like a
辺
whole
で多分
section.
Yeah, we just kind of forgot about Zombor.
あまだか。
So we're now back in... You have to understand, the lights up here are so hot. It's so overwhelming. Why are we back in 680?
Because...
チャートによると橋のあたりでなんか
I don't know.
調整するらしいんですけど。
Chat, we need you to donate to let us know why we're in the year 680. What did we forget? Why did we have to come back here?
I know what we're going to do. I don't know why we know that we're going to do that.
4 speedrunners don't know the lore of the video game. Let's go.
3 speedrunners and me. Let's be fair.
I did it. I did the thing. All right, we can showcase this.
So this is another instance of if we don't get the final text box here, it doesn't actually advance the plot. So we find out that the brother, the chef here is also the brother of the soldier, the captain that's on the bridge. And this chef here is like, oh, well, I'm just such a mean person, blah, blah, blah. But then, comes upstairs and is like, here, give my brother some jerky.
He's got a heart of gold.
And we're actually coming up on the first time you'll actually see us do the setting the seed for a manip for Zombor. So we're going to set it up so that the Berserk Robo, when we get to Zombor, is going to do some big crits on the head, take that out very quickly to get the fight very, very fast. This was kind of an interesting one to find because we had to kind of do it manually. Jarek had seen in some runs the pattern that we were looking for, but at this point, we don't have a way to really...
Okay, I need to interrupt you real quick. So I'm going to have to close the game in this next sequence, and then we'll start back up again with the manip.
ゲーム閉じて設定入ります。
Everything's fine. This is fine.
Chat, do not panic.
Ah.
Everything is fine. Square Enix.
ダンス調整。
Yep, so now we've set the new seed, so we're good for the Zombor fight. When we were finding this, because it's
パソ
3
コ
fights
ン
in and
の
it
時
would be
刻
annoying to just do
で
trial
シ
and
ード
error.
が決まる
But
とか
Jarek
なん
had
とかいう
seen
話です
the pattern we were looking for, and crits at least are very predictable, so it's very easy to
今
know.
まで
If I
は
start
クロ
on
ノ
this
トリガー
RNG
は
seed, I will
ス
see
ーパーファミコン版
this crits
の
here,
方
here, and here.
では乱
So we were
数
able
調
to
整
look at what
やってこられ
crits
たみたい
Robo
です
was
けど
doing,
スチーム
and
版だと
a limit go from
従来のやり方がうまくいかなかったんで
to like
この
6,
奏者さんが
and we
ス
just
チー
went
ム
through
版の
those and were able to find this
やり方を
upcoming
考えたということで本
And
日
these
披露
fights,
さ
if
れ
we
てい
just
ます
attack Ozzy 3 times, they end.
で Steam のオフラインモードにするとやりやすいっていうような
Very quick lore update. Back in 600
コメントが
AD,
書いてあり
the
ます。
people of Guardia, the kingdom we live
奏
in,
者さんがちょっ
are
と
at
コメン
war
トを
with the monstrous magical
書い
forces
ていた
of
だいてます。
Ozzy and also Magus, but we don't know about them yet, I don't think. And a very cool thing that they did with this game, I always love to talk about how well balanced this game is and how it tutorializes you a lot of times without drawing attention to itself. And you may have noticed that right after we got magic, we immediately were thrust into a bunch of situations that we can only solve with magic. So the game very naturally incentivizes you to try out the new mechanics without saying, press X to use magic.
Also, to cut you off just real quick.
I was done.
Oh, okay. So it was very important there that we actually use mid potions to heal rather than using tech to heal. Because if we were to use Marley's heal, Yoshi's heal, it would have actually advanced the RNG and it would have messed up this fight.
I remember why we're
あ
here.
あまずロボが
When we went through the people's house, like
今
they were
の
all
で
talking
クリ
about
ティ
how
カルが
Magus
出るっていう
he had
話だった
succeeded
気が
in
したんだけ
summoning
ど
Lavos or
Oh,
whatever
yes.
in 600 AD.
So we're back here to learn more
Oh,
about
kita, kita, kita.
Lavos.
We think it's Magus that is
So casually,
the source
this
of Lavos.
so casually this fight, this is actually one of like the game's like way of like kind of like making you like actually think about your battles here.
Yeah.
ルッカというかブルマが攻撃してロボがクリティカルを出していく。
You can kind of get like destroyed really quickly. This boss has a pretty
で
strong
今のクリ
attack.
ティカルは周りの調査は全部奏者さんに
It will hit you with an
よる
attack
もの
that
で
does
す。
about 100
お
or 120 damage.
綺麗に
That was great.
Thanks.
危
Yeah,
なげな
for
クリア
little
です。
kid Kara, this game was really my first introduction to bosses with specific components, you know, breakable parts, things like that. Like if you can't brute force your way through some pretty big parts of this game, and I love that.
We do a pretty big shopping trip there. That's going to kind of set us up for pretty much the rest of this run.
But as we're climbing these beautiful mountains, Asuka, how are we doing?
We're doing pretty good. We are, let's take a look, $43,000 away from getting that New Game Plus
次
incentive.
調整されてるのが政宗の洞窟ってどこだ
Find out what everyone's
どこ
favorite
だったっ
endings
け
are, and we do have a few answers here. $100 donated to PCF
もう
from
完全に
Super
忘れており
Stack
ま
Rose.
す
It says favorite ending easy, the standard one, no crash, Magus recruited.
そちらも
Faraway times
そちらの
gets to
周
me
辺の
every
バトル
single
も
time. We also have $25
調整で
from
どうにか
Ash
してい
and
くみ
Tom
たい
who
です。
say my favorite Chrono Trigger ending is Chrono Cross. Or maybe it's
あ
my
あ
favorite
グランドリオンの A メかそうだそうだ思い出したグランドリオンがまためか
The crowd made so many noises.
We also have $10 from Hitaro, who says Chrono
グラン
Trigger
ド
is
リ
my
オンの洞
absolute
窟
favorite
周
game.
り
As
も
far as favorite ending,
乱
I'll
数
pick
調
ending
整
number
で
12, Memory Lane, where we finally get to see
どうにか
Chrono,
する
I
との
mean,
ことです。
Bort talk as Yoshi and Bulma discuss the stories so far.
Oh yeah.
そっか
That's
マサと
actually one of
ム
my
ネか
favorites, 'cause they kind of like they actually talk about all the guys in the game as they walk by like in a runway.
Yeah,
style.
yeah. Very small and cool thing that we just passed. These ogre-type enemies, they have wooden hammers. Well, the ones that have wooden hammers have wooden hammers. They don't all have wooden. The ones, if they have a wooden hammer, you have to use fire to light their hammer on fire, at which point they'll throw it away. If you don't do that, all of your attacks are going to do basically no damage.
All right, so a cool thing about this room, if you've ever played this game casually, there is a 4-encounter gauntlet in that room. I hate to break it to you, but the encounter is literally a tiny square. And if you just walk up just a little bit and run left, you skip the entire 4 encounters.
We're gonna see it again.
We get to see it again, yeah. It's like if you run up left in this screen, you will hit the encounter. But
These
just
mountains are beautiful.
mountains are nice.
Mountains are all right.
The
Asuka,
The mountains are nice.
Yes.
do we have any other favorite endings?
Actually, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a few donations that a certain Ice Blue has brought on. $10 from Shishimi me, who just says in all caps, wife, 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 wife. $25 from Trace to PCF saying, I wanted to donate to name Luca wife, but after hearing Ice's impassioned pleas and tearful crying, I'm
こ
kicking
の
it in
先
for
ですね
Ayla.
この
Thanks to
先で多
everyone
分調整が1回入るはず
amazing week.
Awesome. All right, we're closing the game one more time to do a manip.
はいまた1回
So this
ゲー
manip
ムと
is
して
pretty straightforward.
調整入ります
We want the Berserk Robo to attack the right twin because we're going to put them both to sleep, and we want the left twin to stay asleep because it has some spicy attacks. So we'll only attack the right twin, even though we're berserked. And then when they combine, we just pack in as many crits as we can. There's something like 9 crits. It makes it pretty quick.
Yeah, so these are the twins, Masa and Mune, and then later we will fight the combined form, Masa Mune. And yeah, this fight
Masato Mune
in
です
particular is helped so much by the manip. Unmanipulated, this fight can go so many ways.
ここはバーサク状態まずルッカーが打ってロボが攻撃黒のが攻撃でロボの攻撃を待ってロボが攻撃黒の攻撃してルッカが発砲というか攻撃が入るサムネの攻撃が来てさらに黒のが返すはずでロボの攻撃を持ってロボというかカエルの攻撃ルッカが攻撃であとはオートバトルでいいみたいですねおー完璧です
And hit yourself too, right? Can you hit yourself with confuse in this?
I don't think so, no.
今の全部奏者さんが出してくれたチャートを読み上げただけです素晴らしい
In my defense, a lot of my most recent encounters with this game have been watching Jerika speedrun it. And a lot of this stuff doesn't come up because she's so good.
Crit City time.
So yeah, the manipulated fight for this is really, really awesome to watch because you just constant critical hits. And when I first saw this, like comparing it to like the SNES run, because the SNES run, our strat is to use Fire Punch here. It's so impressive to just watch Robo just jump in and just deck for 300.
Yeah, it's very cathartic. But even still, even with those crits, Jerika's keeping an eye on health totals to make sure that no one falls below those crucial thresholds. How many hit points does this boss have?
This boss has 3,600.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know. This bit of me challenging the hit point totals was more fun in my head. It just sounds like I'm bullying Ice Blue.
Help me.
I'm just insecure about not knowing things about this game.
They put Karen next to me so she could bully me.
Speaking of bullying, $50 from Margie, saying, ready to feast on Ice Blue's tears in the name of preventing cancer, Xena!
Boo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it.
Can't boo people for donating to charity. Thank you.
Thank you for your donations.
We appreciate you.
Keep the competition going.
Also, GDQ is not liable. I sat myself here. I am the problem. So now we have this beautiful sword.
Or do we?
I thought that happened faster.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh man, it's busted.
It's just a blade.
Okay. So coming up here, we're gonna go visit a friend. Are we gonna see the rare new encounter in the forest?
We're not.
Oh.
Are we gonna be blessed?
You can't ask that in an RNG manipulated run.
ポイントとして書いてあるのはニズベルって書いてあるな
There is a factor.
誰だ
I think we'll see it on the way back. Not this time, but the next time.
Shh, keep the bit going.
But see, clearly I can't remember anything about this game, so I don't know if it's a bit or not.
You're just here for the vibes.
Well, I've got a lore update for you.
Oh my god, please.
We have a $50 lore update to PCF saying, this commentary is hilarious. I wish I knew my favorite game this well.
Oh. No. Thank you for $50 to PCF.
あ、原始のボスか ってことはアイラが出てきますね。
Usually when I do commentary for Derek, I have like
アイラは誰になるのか。
notes on my lap. And for
So you
some
had-
本
reason,
日
this one,
キャラクターの名前はすべ
I
て
just rocket.
See, you
投票で
you know what you're doing, all right?
入れ替わっております。
Totally.
さっきからロボロボと呼んでおりますが、ロボはカエルです。ロボはカエルで、ルッカはブルマです。
Surprising and mysterious, and he won't tell us more about it. And we need to get it repaired, which means we are going to return to our friendly.
で、黒のがウォルトっていう名前になってますね。
400 years away. Blacksmith Melchior, who's going to try to
カ
repair
エ
it.
ルは悟空。
However, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, so we can talk about other things later. In order to repair it, he needs something called Dreamstone, and there's been no Dreamstone available for 65 million years.
And for
Big
some
shiny
reason,
red rock.
for some reason, the hilt says Melchior on it.
Oh,
Or
He's not even.
Royclem.
He can't even be born
yeah,
yet.
yeah, it's Roykman or something.
Roy Clem.
Royklen.
is that Melchior backwards?
Yes.
Yeah. Robo reads it backwards.
Oh,
Or
Maybe I
sorry,
just
Frog
never
reads
had-
it backwards.
oh. Okay. So, okay. I'm so confused anymore.
So nobody
yes.
has ever forgotten to go talk to Melchior here. Never.
Nope.
Never in
No.
my speed run.
Always remember, and you don't get the time lost cake either,
Why is it called Time Lost Cake?
because it takes like a couple seconds to eat it.
I mean, I would hope you would eat cake faster than a couple of seconds.
Oh, we should have had a donation
mean-
incentive to eat the Time Lost Cake. No, we should have brought cake on stage. It's fine. We'll get it next time.
Well,
I don't know if. Never mind.
It's fine. While we're talking to Melchior, Asuka, do you have anything good for us?
We're already done.
Oh, I do want to remind people that we do have that second bonus star opened up, and if we reach $30,000, Brad Harmer will be doing the jet stream star in Dire Docks, or as I like to say, Dire Dachshund. And every dollar towards that will be putting us towards that new game plus incentive. But I was thinking, because again, I'm an agent of chaos, and y'all haven't maybe done math lately. So what I would love to see, in honor of traveling way back in the year 1995 for Chrono Trigger, I say we do an epic train, a 1995 epic train.
Okay.
And I say that train is gonna be hitting the road, hitting the sky,
Hitting the tracks?
hitting the tracks, hitting the bucket at
Asuka.
1 hour and 19 minutes.
Give me some good news. Do we have good news?
It's my girlfriend.
That's my wife.
It's my girlfriend.
That is my
She
wife.
can be both.
No.
Oh.
So again, in a little, about 9 minutes from now, we're gonna be kicking off that $19.95 train to get that new game plus met. And oh, you want good news?
I do want good news. We need A-list name.
Is it time to release the
It
good
is.
news? Or is there a time to release
It's
the
time
bad
to release
news?
the hounds.
All
はい、
right.
出てきまし
The
た。
winner
アイラだったはずなんですけど。
Oh my god.
ワイフです。
Honest, I doubted. I was a doubter.
Thank y'all so much for voting for the best name.
This
But
is-
also
アイ
thank
ラ
you
は
for donating to PCF.
嫁になりました。
Get this name in here.
Awala Koala did donate $50 to PCF.
みんなの嫁です
Said they would ban me if I didn't donate for wife. Therefore, wife.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
For legal reasons, that is a lie. But also, you're.
We can call
I'm-
them jokes.
While I'm unbanning you in my chat right now.
Wife is all aboard this train coming up in 9 minutes.
Also, yeah, Asuka, speaking of math, if I'm right, if we get that bonus star incentive, we'll be, what, 12,000 away
アイラ
from
強いんだよ
the
な。
Game Plus? Something like that?
We would be
私も最終パーティーにアイラ入ってた気がしますね。
41 plus math is, yeah, we'd be getting there pretty close to that $1.4 million.
I'm just saying that's some really impressive value for your donations, and it's saving lives around the world. I just don't know how you can beat that. Anyway, we're in the year 65 million BC, and it's time to eat some soup.
But first, we get to watch Frog dance.
奏者さん今パーティーでロボと
Animations are so fun.
ロボというかカエルとルッカモトイブルマを
Well, now I
連れ
just
て
want a
ます
mod
け
that
ど
replaces those dancing sprites with
こ
just
こ
a
で
clip of you doing that.
話しかけに行かなきゃいけないんだけどここでマール連れてると
Chat, donate with your favorite soup.
踊りに行っちゃうんだったかな
with $19.95.
話しかけに行くのが大変だから、ルッカにしてるとかなんとか。
So yes, we are now back in the far distant past where we have met Ayla, aka Wife, who is the chieftain of this prehistoric village. Spoilers, we will eventually find out that like all of these characters are related. Like the line, I mean not all of them, but like Yoshi and her ancestors, it turns out, are descended way back from Ayla.
Wife.
Stop
dead naming my wife.
Okay, dude. All right. Oh, all right. She could be wife Ayla. Just because you're married to her doesn't mean she lost her identity.
I mean, a complete non sequitur. $5 from Dr. Eggman says, I miss my wife, Tails.
We all miss your wife. It's true. We just gotta move on with our lives. This is Kino. Kino screwed up real bad.
Divorce.
Kino is in love with wife. Who can blame him? Kino does not like Bortata. We can blame him for that. And essentially screwed up and allowed our gate key to be stolen. The gate key is what lets us activate the time portals. So in order to get the gate key back, we have to go through this jungle maze, which is crawling with dinosaurs. Much like in 600 AD, when the humans are at war with the monsters, in 65 million BC, the humans are also at war with the reptars. No.
Reptite.
That's
reptites.
That's Rugrats.
I didn't have cable growing up. I never watched Rugrats. Why did I go to Reptar?
I do want to say that the movement in this specific area is really nice because it may just look like we're just running through this forest, but there is about I think 5 or 6 encounter triggers that we are just walking and running past here, and we're going to kind of like run above this to skip another one. So really nice how we can just kind of just run past every single encounter there.
Man, if I waited 60
大体戦闘が2ラウンドか3ラウンドぐらいで終わらせることになるらしいんですけれども、クリティカルヒットを出して2ラウンドクリアを狙っていくということです。
Kara's boyfriend.
No, it's okay. For wife, I'll allow it.
クリティカルを4回出しに行く。
Alright, have a blast.
So Ayla is a physical powerhouse. If we were to take her to Specchio, similarly to Robo, she cannot learn magic, although Robo can't learn magic because he's a robot. And Ayla can't learn magic because she is from before magic entered the world, which is actually a very cool foreshadowing hint to another big twist, which we're not going to see in this run, and because it is an incredible twist, I am not even going to like hint at a spoiler of it. You should play the game. But it turns out that this is not just, you know, a fun caveman jaunt. I mean, it is also that. But we gradually, through our trips back to 65 million BC, we learned so much about how the world got where it is and the problem of Lavos. This game is so well written.
We also have another RNG manipulation coming up here.
Yep.
The Nizbel Manip.
So right here, I'm going to close the game again.
Well, I want to give everybody an update. We are $40,508 away from getting that new game plus incentive or donation milestone met to hit $1.4 million. And I can sweeten the pot because we just opened a new incentive that you can donate towards. And that is going to be a DLC showcase of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And if we are able to raise $15,000, Pizza is going to show off some of the DLC tracks after the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds run. If you want to donate to that, remember, gdq.gg/donate. Put your donations towards those incentives, towards those bid wars. I see right now Miles is defeating Kilometers for that speedometer scale, and Julius is defeating Soma for category choice of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, and every single one of those is going to be going towards that 1.4 milestone. And remember, in about 2.5 minutes, we are kicking off that $19.95 donation train to get that new game incentive met. So let's get that engine ready to go.
And if y'all want to see that 80% run for New Game Plus, you have probably about 30 minutes left to get those donations in to see that bonus run.
So what are we manipping in this Nizbel fight?
So
Critical hits.
Yeah, this fight is actually, this manip is one of the ones that's left over from when we were just blindly picking from the 4 billion seeds.
ロゴ落ちたけどクリア。
An optimal manip there would have Ayla doing, our wife doing a lot more crits, but we get a lot of crits with Bort and Frog?
Yes.
Frog. So it's
Not
one
so
that's,
easy, is it?
No. So it's one that's good enough, but it is something that we can look into. We're going to look into optimizing that more after GDQ.
And if you've been paying attention to what we've been talking about with previous bosses, Nizbel, I mean, it went very quickly, but the Nizbel fight has a lot of the same elements. Elemental triggers, dinosaurs and reptiles are weak to lightning. However, Nizbel can store up lightning and release it in a devastating counterattack. So again, it's all about, whether it's in the speedrun or the casual run, it's all about knowing the triggers, knowing the move set, and planning accordingly.
He stores the lightning in his pecs.
Isn't that where you store lightning? That's where I store lightning. So now we have gotten the Dreamstone. We are returning to Melchior so he can reforge the Masamune, which is a sword with magical powers to elicit exposition and flashbacks. Because we're about to get a huge story section, which will mean that we are coming up on like a huge break for donations or info, whatever you got, because it's a lot of cutscenes stacked on top of each other.
We do have like a small little piece of tech here. So you're gonna see we're gonna be kind of walking into the NPC here, or shaking our head. That actually speeds up the animation of the NPC itself. So if we weren't to, like, if we didn't do that, Melchior would stand in front of that bookcase a little bit longer. But by moving into that NPC, it actually just speeds up whatever those NPCs are doing and makes this cutscene about 5 seconds faster.
I'm remembering you talking about this at practice and just saying, I didn't know there was a thing, and then I was watching the room like, why isn't mine going that fast?
Yeah, I had.
And you sounded so sad.
I had my PB up versus another person's PB, and I was like, how did their cutscene end 5 seconds faster than mine?
It turns out you're too good of a person, and you never thought to use bad manners to save time.
Yeah, just don't push into people.
But that's what it takes. Speedrunning is about sacrifice.
Don't get in my bubble.
Okay, you're very much getting in Melchior's bubble.
Well, I'm going to get in that bubble and say that train has officially started off. We have $19.95 from Stub Thumper donating to PCF saying Frog approved, Lavos disapproved. And going back to those soup hot takes, cold takes sometimes, $19.95 from an anonymous soup consumer with all caps, Gazpacho.
That's a really good word to put in all caps. I don't know why. I will not be taking questions. It just feels good in my brain.
Meanwhile, to counter that, $0.5 PCF from Jesse. My favorite soup is Super Nintendo.
Oh.
Wow, we got one normal soup before we got to puns. The GDQ audience is not to be trusted.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. Wizard of Kitty donated $25 saying, I love tomato basil soup. See, we're back.
Yeah, clap for soup,
Yeah, clap for soup, seriously.
It's like I have no idea what time it is.
It's okay.
It's some time in a hotel in Pittsburgh. Let's clap for soup.
No! Woo!
Wait, did you know that was gonna happen?
I told you.
ヌーが
Spoil the
すごい盛り上がっ
I
た。
genuinely wanted to know.
It's
funny
RNG Manip.
Because New did donate $25 and said, mountains are nice. Please name wife. And quick update, we are at $38,848 away from that New Game Plus milestone from getting met. We are running out of time, gamers. We need to get that incentive met soon. And by soon, I mean now. gdq.gg/donate. Put your donations towards any one of the open bid wars, our incentives, our DLC showcase, our bonus star number 2 for the 70-star relay. We even have the speedometer scale and the category choice for Sword of the Sea and Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, respectively. We cannot wait any longer. We need to hit this now.
So funny little lore update here. The game just did not really care about Cyrus here. Cyrus gets very minimal like animation frames. You also never see his face. And we get another cutscene after where you see Cyrus on the
こ
bridge
の
talking
先
to.
でまた
I
一
guess we
回
can call him
しばら
Goku
くし
on
た
the
ら
bridge. And he just literally just has 3 animation frames.
乱数調整入
Well,
る
if we're
みたい
talking
です
about
け
who
ど
got done dirty,
マ
I
ヨ
want a
ネ
whole spin-off game about the
の
Frog
バト
King.
ルを乱数調整でどうにか
He's
してい
there and
く
he's gone,
み
and
た
I
いで
love
す
him
ね。
so much. Yeah, so this is where we find
フ
out
リーって
that
書いてあって誰かわからなかった
used
ん
to
ですけ
be
ど、
a
多分
man
マヨ
named
ネのこ
Glenn,
とだ
the
と思いま
squire
す。
of the noble knight Cyrus, who got straight up murked by Magus, and it's very sad. Glenn was not deemed not even worthy of killing, and so instead was transformed into a frog. There's also this thing called the hero badge, which we didn't talk about, but there was a little side story about like a kid who was supposed to be the legendary hero because he found the hero badge, but he was just like a little twerp and he learned a lesson, ? I could say, I think twerp is an okay word
Poor
to say.
Tata. Poor Tata.
I mean, he's fine. His
カエ
family
ル
has
もと
really
い
high expectations
悟
for
空
him.
の過
He's
去
got
で
a
す
lot of growing up to do. But it turns out the real hero is Goku.
こうして悟空になったんだ。
And
違
no
う
one
か。
asked me, but French onion. So I thought someone might say, Kara, what's your favorite soup? Onimus, what's your favorite soup?
I was afraid you were going to ask. I don't know.
You were right to be afraid.
I would probably go tomato.
Great. There's no wrong answer.
Well, speaking
There's
of
no
that,
wrong soup.
Dubba Cube has donated $50 to Prevent Cancer Foundation. Favorite soup? Cereal. But seriously, good ramen.
Okay, good. There was a bit seriously, okay.
Well, thank you for asking me.
I was
but
about to, but a cutscene's gonna happen.
chicken tortilla.
Oh my gosh.
And we are just over $37,000 away from that New Game Plus. Keep that donation train moving,
Let's
gamers.
go.
And we're entering Magus's castle soon, and you
Yeah,
know what
this
the
is-
name of the category is, Magus %. So
This is the last section of the game for truly, for reals, no lie, and no foolin'.
Yo, look at those really sick 3 animation frames.
Okay, I think it looks great. And I know that we have this whole disagreeable banter thing, which I started without asking you, and I am sorry about that. But genuinely, I think that looks really cool.
Sure.
Chat, donate to tell us if you think it looks cool.
They did Cyrus dirty in this game.
Look, my hair has way more frames than that, but it's never looked that cool.
They gave him 3 frames and then they lit him on fire.
3 frames is all he needed. That's how good he is.
The fire had more
3
animation
frames.
than he did.
Yeah, because he's already hotter than fire.
you know, speaking of fire, are there any other donations out there?
Speaking of soup, we have a $19.95 ticket to the train from Gamer Kev. Just wanted to add another donation to this super train ride. Choo choo, or would it be soup soup?
Nice.
Oh, now I'm imagining a really whimsical soup train.
We've also got $25 from Leandra Latex. So proud of you, Jerikandra.
Yay, Leandra, thank you.
Are we watching cuts?
I don't know. We've kind of wasted a lot of time on the naming, I think. So
Okay.
I'm not sure looking at the timer. So I'm not gonna chance it. The Magus one we might because it's closer to the end, but
This is so cool.
The PC version took out my favorite sound effect.
There was a lot of discourse about the various sound effects in the practice room. Yeah, fun cool fact about the various versions of this game.
やはり
I don't know
政
which
権を
version
引き抜く
added
のは
the anime cutscenes.
The PS1.
The PS1 port
そうなんです
added
よね。
these
いいですね、演
extremely
出が。
cool anime cutscenes for certain key moments, this being one of them. When I was a youth in the very dawn of the internet, and no one knew anything, and we didn't even know if the White Stripes were married or brother or sister, and we couldn't look it up anywhere because no one knew anything. I found these videos and someone was like, oh, sick Chrono Trigger OVA. I'm like, they made a movie? They didn't. I thought I was seeing clips from a cool Chrono Trigger movie. I had seen everything already.
It was. PlayStation 1 games were movies.
And the cutscenes were the only good thing about that part.
Damn.
Another good, really good thing is a $1,000 donation from a mysterious Chrono Trigger fan. Thank you so much for that donation, PCF. And we are just over $36,000 away. Keep that coming, gamers. We're running out of time.
Like, we've seen Chrono Trigger on the stage many times, many ways, but have you seen it done in 3 minutes?
Hey, that's lowering the bar a little bit.
Is it not 3 minutes?
It's 5 minutes.
Okay. But all numbers are just ones put together, so really, what's the difference? We're all just atoms.
Like, I know I said world record, but that's...
I mean, speaking of numbers, I got a lot of 1995s sitting here. So
well, we got to run through some ghosts, so tell us about them.
Yeah.
Done and done. $19.95 from Scrubbington. Let's get this new, and that's NU, Game Plus going. We also have $199.50 from Bosper. Whoops, I think I slipped a decimal there. Well, it's really early in the morning in Germany, and I'm tired. Well, when it can help kick cancer's butt, then gloves are off. Let's beat those Chrono Triggers. That broke the $35,000 mark. We are getting closer and closer. We also have $19.95 from Mr. Little 05. I vividly remember around 1995 when I was 8, a friend of mine was playing Chrono Trigger during the Guardian fight in the future. I remember being just fascinated with it, watching him play. Then I picked up the game myself as I got older and absolutely loved it. The rest is history. We also have Gio donating a $19.95 ticket to the train, saying, if we don't hit the milestone, we'll create a time paradox and have to restart GDQ from the beginning.
That's true.
I
That's
agree with that
canonically
one.
legally true. For legal purposes, that is not legally true. I got scared.
And with Prof Ness's $19.95 ticket, we are now at $35,737 away from getting New Game Plus. I can't stress this enough. Time is running out. So let's go to gdq.gg/donate. Put your donations towards those Bid Wars or incentives and the overall $1.4 million milestone. For instance, I'm looking at the second bonus star for the 70-star relay tomorrow. We are already at $8,000 of that $30,000 to get that met. And if we get that met again, Red Harbor will be running the Jetstream Star in Dire Docks.
ライン数調整で突破するところで、さらにマヨネがうまくいくと、その先ソイソーも乱数調整でどうにかできるということです。
We do this manip to just get a good pattern on Flea, and then we also
まずクロノが3回目のクリティカルを出した後、なんだっけ、なんか魅了攻撃みたいなのがあるんですよね。で、自動になっちゃうんで、しばらくオートバトル。2回目、マヨネが仕掛けてくるまでオートバトルにして、
set it up. Flea has attacks that target someone based on whoever
もう
has
あ
the
と
lowest HP
基本
rating.
的に
And if we don't heal there, it messes
オー
up.
トバトルで勝ってしまうというふうに書いてあるんですが、さあどうだ。
The wrong one.
まず1回。
Goku is cosplaying as an Albinoric from Elden Ring.
Are you not
カエルはバーサ
Are
ク
you not going to
状
ask me the
態。
HP here?
How many HP does Flea have?
Well, now I don't want to tell you.
Well, I don't want to know. Fun fact,
早い早い。
three bosses here in the English version are
さあ
called Flea, Slash, and Ozzy, which, as
そ
you
ろ
may
そろ
know, are references to famous
オ
rock
ートになりました
musicians.
ね。
In the original
で、
Japanese,
クロノがそう、ここでクロノが自分を回復する以下制御ができないので、オートを。
but I believe they are named
で、また2回目、なんか勝手にクロノが自分を回復するらしいです。
languages, they're very specific, like trio puns, but completely different jokes.
以下オートということですが、
I don't even know what you're talking about.
あ、勝った。すごい。
Excuse me,
お見事。
he has 0 hit points now.
True.
いつの間にかカエルは赤くなっています。カエルというか悟空は
She's
赤
going
くなっており
to
ます。
heals, and as we said earlier, that does move the RNG forward. And an
で
interesting
次、ソ
thing
イ
is if
ソ
you're
が多
healing
分
the
今の
menu
期待通りに
and
進
someone's
んだん
already
で、
topped off, it'll do like a little buzz
ロボ
sound,
が
but it
まず
does
ロボ
still
が
move
回
the
復して、
RNG
クロノ
forward
が1
even
回
though
攻
no
撃、
actual
カエルが
healing
1回攻
happens,
撃、ロ
which
ボが2回攻
really
撃し
confused
たら、
us when we were
なん
doing
かあとカエル
practice
がひたすら
because
クリティカルを出してくれる
you just jam
よ
the button to
と
get the
いうよう
heals
な
done as
こと
fast as
が書い
possible,
て
and then the
あります。
RNG was different because you were hitting it a different number of times each time.
Imagine speedrunning and finding out that a miss menu just messes up your RNG manipulations.
Can we give it up for Onimus, who has so much like actual information? Ice Blue also has actual information, but I've been distracting them with nonsense. Like, Onimus is the reason that any of you are getting any knowledge out of this. Like, this is very good commentary.
I appreciate all my
さあ、どう
commentators.
だ。
Well, you're the runner, you have to say that.
Also, we're getting close to $33,000 away to that new game incentive. New game plus incentive, excuse me.
Those thousands are ticking down, but so are the number of minutes left in this run, chat. Y'all have been doing honestly amazing work. Like, that's thousands and thousands of dollars for charity in a matter of minutes. All you gotta do is keep it up. You're doing great.
Oh, and this slash manip, all we're really doing is trying to make sure
回復入らない。
Berserk Goku
なんか
gets
普通に
as
勝っちゃっ
many
た。
crits as possible, because he's going to do the most damage.
So yeah, this fight's actually in
あ、
two
これかな？
phases.
この戦闘か。この戦闘だ。
Unarmed
ロボが
as they call
回
them, and
復。
slash sword.
カエルはもう勝手に攻
Both of
撃
them
してく
have
れ
their
るん
own
で。
separate health values, and then once you deplete slash one, you see we got hit with that fire AOE attack,
カエル
and then
回
the phase 2 starts, and it just
これ
basically
クリティカル
refreshes
の
his
数か。
HP.
Yeah, it's very fun. I feel like a lot of
もうあ
times
と
in
基本
gaming,
的
the
に
term gimmick
カエルが
boss
ひたすらクリティカルを
but the three
しょっちゅう
bosses
出して
before
くれ
Magus
る
are
ということで。
essentially all gimmick bosses, but I think the gimmicks are really good and like engaging. I think this fight is so cool. I think while we're killing
またクリ
Sonic,
ティカル
we've
出
got
た。
time for a donation.
A rather relevant one. $25 from that one high-pitched violin saying, I hope you enjoyed my solo in Magus's castle. And actually, really quick one. Another $10,000 donation from the Yeti.
I did look up at the number and I was like, didn't that say 6
Number
before?
went up. Hey, all Yeti here. We just hit $100,000 raised for the Prevent Cancer Foundation from your orders of the official AGDQ 2026 collection. That is incredible. Thank you all for showing so much generosity and love. The collection is still live at theyeti.com, and that puts us at $22,959 from New Game Plus. We can do this, gamers. Get your donations in right now. Let's see that New Game Plus incentive.
And there is a Chrono Trigger shirt, just saying.
There is a Chrono Trigger shirt.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling $22,000 is totally achievable. There was a voice in my head screaming not to make that joke. And that voice was right, but I didn't listen.
あとはもう、魔王戦ですね。魔王戦もランス調整でどうにかするとのことなんですが。
That little sparkly thing, which up to this point has been a save point, was earlier actually both an enemy and a cutscene trigger, and then here a warp point. This game just, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm
めちゃ
gonna
く
do
ちゃ
it
長い
anyway.
な。
This game did
さ
so
すがに
much
魔王戦のスクリプトちょっとな。めちゃくちゃ長いや。
of classic JRPGs. And it does it over and over. Again, there's so much more of this game we're not going to be seeing tonight. And there are so many, there's the original if you have a Super Nintendo, there's the PC port, there's the PS1 port, there's a mobile port. This game is accessible. And if any of this is even remotely interesting to you, I promise that playing it yourself is going to be 100 times more so.
or if you have interest, any kind of interest in looking at the, the back end of everything and like labbing like strats and RNG manipulation and
ち
values
な
and
み
things
に
like
こ
that.
のゲーム、
Come join,
PC
come join
版
the community. Come help us
Steam
like search
版
for
です
like new
けれ
strats.
ども、乱数
Yeah, it's an actively
操作が
developing
発
field
生
of
する
So now we're
場
playing
面
Donkey
として
Kong for
まず
the arcade.
Yeah,
オ
this
ー
is
トセー
technically
ブ
the Donkey Kong block of
セーブデータ
GDQ.
ロードする画面ですねの画面でゲームを終了
One
し
move
て
for Donkey
日時を
Kong. Heck yeah.
特定のところで設定してゲーム再起動するとまず再起動した画面で乱数が何か変更されてあとは
Let's stick with 22. It's a good, nice number. I want to see a $22
基本的に戦闘で乱数操作が発生する可能性があると。さらに追加で回復スキルですね。ポーション以外の回復で乱数が動く。さらに部屋の出入りでも乱数が動いて、あとは自分が想定してないような追加の戦闘でも乱数が動いてしまうということで。で、乱数を変更した後は追加エンカウントとかしないように進まないと想定外のことが起きるということみたいです。
I'm gonna do one for every. I'm not. I might.
While we were in the middle of that, you may have seen our runner going like kind of like walking in a weird way through that previous room. That room is riddled with trap holes, and just one wrong like pixel movement, and you will fall down to the floor below, and you have to fight an encounter, and then you also have to like pick a corner or pick a side. To see which one is the real exit out of there.
すごいな。
So the
魔王戦のスクリプトちょろっと書いてくれてますけど、20行、20アクション以上書いてあるな。
Also, that second Donkey Kong room is one of the hardest movement rooms in the game.
It's also the most impressive like movement. Like you can skip every single encounter in that room, and it's very, very, very precise.
And I said before that I would gas up Jerika at least once more before the end of this run. Unlike some other genres, so many of the incredibly precise movement strats that she's doing, you can't even see. There's so many invisible pieces of tech happening. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it.
What's not invisible is that number keeps going up. We are at 1.379 out of that 1.4. We are $20,907 away. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all making a lie out of me. I love it. $20,621. Let's keep that number going.
I know
You
wife
can
is,
do it.
I know wife is not available up there as a donation option, but keep donating towards wife. She really appreciates it.
I mean, you can always put just wife as the message.
Exactly.
So speaking of that, Joe Splunker has donated a $22 ticket with the comment, "Let's go, wife, choo-choo." And the wife train has taken off.
Now, I
裏の
might not
コメン
have
トで
$20,000
アイラ元いワイフへの
but I have one
熱いコメント
question
が
for you. What's the deal with this fight?
集まっております。
What about it?
I don't know. I really wanted to shoehorn the 20 questions thing in, but we didn't practice talking about this fight.
There's not even a fight.
You just have to. That's Ozzy in the ice. Sorry, I made myself sad with the 20 questions joke. That's Ozzy in the ice. You have to not attack Ozzy. You have to attack the crank chains?
Crankshafts, pulleys.
There's got to be a word for those.
I think the word is wife.
Don't hit my wife.
Well, AJ did donate a $22 donation train ticket to the wife train because she's sitting right next to me.
Okay,
I love
chat,
that.
we have one final battle here. This is the Magus fight coming up, so you have very little time to get those donations in.
Number is starting to go up faster and faster. $19,000, 773 away from getting that New Game Plus. We can't do it, gamers. Keep it coming for PCF.
I've seen a lot of miracles happen on this stage. $19,000 in one boss fight. We can do it.
All right, so we're gonna close the game one last time and set up the Magus Manip. Do y'all want to talk about the
はい、
Magus?
再起動入ります。
This is one of my favorite cutscenes in all of gaming.
謎
This
調
manip
整
is also like really impressive on how it
ラス
works.
ラスボスというか、このカテゴリーのラストですね。魔王戦になります。カエルはバーサク状態です。カエルはバーサク状態で、基本的にクロノとルッカを制御して戦います。最初がまず、カエルは追う。
There's just so much gorgeous man emanating from that.
I don't disagree.
おー。
I may or may not have
ということ
downloaded
で、か
the
っこいいアニ
soundtrack
メ
to。this fight from a sketchy GeoCities page in 1997.
カエルは
And
バー
I
サ
may
ク
or
で
may not have played it on loop for like 6 hours a
で
day.
まず最初、クロノのバリア、ルッカの攻撃から入って、魔王が
It was
炎を打
this
っ
and a
て
bunch
く
of
る
dot waves
と
of
いうとこからスタート
Simpsons
になるは
quotes
ずだと
recorded poorly.
いうことです。
No! I learned my lesson.
So for this last manip, the big goal we have is to get, so every time you attack Magus,
クロノのバリア、ルッカの攻撃、魔王の炎、クロノがファイヤーソード、属性攻撃して、また魔王が炎、クロノが回復、ルッカが回復。で、その後にカエルが潰れるらしいので、クロノがカエルを復活させる。カエルじゃねえ、悟空だ。ということです。
element he does. And this is actually another one where you can go too fast and mess up the manipulation. So you have to be very careful.
カエルを復活させる。ルッカファイヤー。
She will
カエル復活させる。ルッカのファイヤーソード。魔王の影。ルッカが何するんだ。クロノがルッカを回復してルッカの攻撃。
And one of those will turn it from a fire into a lightning or something.
We also want to make sure that we are using that fire sword attack
で
after
この
Frog
で
hits
カエルは以降復活禁止。
because it does
クロノ
actually
とル
drop
ッカを
Magus's
回
magic
復。
defense to 0.
クロノがファイヤーソード。炎剣打って、また魔王が炎。で、クロノが復活。クロノを回復させてからカエルを復活させると。
We get another fire after this.
Just over $18,000 away, gamers.
Chat, I know you can do it.
It's time to make it happen.
回復して、カエルを復
Casually, this
活
is absolutely one of the
さ
hardest
せ
fights
て
in the game.
クロノがまた炎剣で、またもう一回同じ攻撃。
Alright, so as we enter phase 2
ダ
here,
ークマターが来るまでにとにかく、同じ攻撃をずっとひたすら連打。
his strongest spell, which is Dark
で、その
Matter.
うちまた、カエル元へ悟空と悟空が潰れるはずなので、ダウンしてるところまた復活させて、
Which is why we put that barrier on Chrono,
あ
so
とは
Chrono will survive that
パ
attack.
ターン次第なのかな。何かが来なかったら黒の回復させて、最後また炎剣で勝利。さあ、まずカエル回復、ルッカ、ブルマを起こします。
Do it for wife.
とにかく
I have a lot of wife to talk about.
とにかくファイヤーソードで攻撃と書いてあります。
If you'd like focus time, I can let you focus. Otherwise, I got wife.
Oh no, bring it on.
All right, wife time. $22 from Brad Harmer. Here's $22 from my wife, my #1 supporter as I play any number and 64 games that involve moving a character through rings.
ルッカ復活。
We have $22 to PCF from an anonymous wife saying she's got a ticket to wife. Good song, good song.
Time is gonna be called very soon.
なんだろう、ジューサーってなんだろう。なんかが来なかったら黒のを回復させますということで、が、あ、クリアしました。GG。 完璧だったと思います。パターン完璧にしてクリアです。早すぎて何もわからねえ。私は今手元に置いてあったテキストを読み上げただけです。はい、今回のカテゴリーは魔王を倒すまでのカテゴリーだったんで、ここまでですね。
First off, for Chrono Trigger, the Chrono Trigger team, Chrono Trigger speedrunning community, especially B-Dude and Dine and Red Slash, who are all influencing me when I first started speedrunning. Chrono Trigger was my favorite game, my first speedrun ever. Now I run 10 different games. And so yeah, so shout out to them for always being supportive and like helping me learn the run and you know, helping me create new categories like this for RNG Manip. Also, special thanks to Qui-Gon Jinn and Oh No, who are in the audience, who drove all the way out here from Ohio to support me. Really appreciate you. Also to my community, the Clandra, the Jerikandra Clandra. Thanks so much for supporting me. It's not a cult. And also, obviously, my couch, my commentators are awesome. All the staff, GDQ, all of y'all for being here and donating, like doing such an awesome job. Thank you so much. And oh yeah, I'll say some more stuff, but I want my commentators to also do some shout outs.
Shout out to the CT community. It's a great community. Come join it. Come help us map out all of these RNG values, and we can make this run go much farther than it is now. This run is in its infancy. Also, shout out to the Toodle Pip crew, who's been bugging me about when I'm going to be at GDQ ever since I started speedrunning about 5 years ago. So now you can stop bothering me about it. It's great to be here. It's been fun.
I don't speedrun this game, but I have a show at twitch.tv. Oh Hey It's Kara. I'm Oh Hey It's Kara everywhere it matters. But mostly I just want to say that Chrono Trigger is literally why Jarek and I are friends. About a year and a half ago, I got paired up with her to do commentary on a Chrono Trigger run for the Frame Fatales. I don't know if we have any Fatales in the house.
Yeah, Fatales.
We didn't know each other at all before then, and now she, against all odds, keeps letting me do commentary for her runs. And you're a fantastic friend and an amazing runner, and I love learning these runs for and with you, and it's great to be here.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm Ice Blue. I do run 100% glitchless on the SNES of this game, but I do want to kind of echo the shout-outs that Jerika said about B-Dude. B-Dude was there when I was first learning this game, and he basically was like coaching me through my run that I was doing, my very first run. And he was like, you know, you got to do this, and you know, this does this, and it was just a lot of help. He's been a good friend for like the last 5 years. I met him when I started running Link's Awakening on the Switch, and we became friends through there, and just kind of like stayed friends throughout that whole process.
Video games bring people together.
Exactly. All right. Well, and then I just wanted to say, echo everybody else. You know, if you want to learn, if you love Chrono Trigger, I know a lot of people love Chrono Trigger. If you want to learn to speedrun Chrono Trigger, it's not that difficult, and there's great guides and great people in a great community. And try on the PC. I know a lot of people don't like the PC version, but come join the PC version with me. And then come find me on Twitch as well, Jerikandra, and we'll hang out and do speedruns of all kinds of games.
Let's give it up for Jerikandra again. Woo.
All right, and I think that's where we'll call it. Thanks so much, y'all.
Thank you.
はい、GG でした。ここまではクロノトリガーの、メガスパーセント、魔王討伐までのカテゴリーです。乱数調整ありのカテゴリーでお送りしました。奏者さん、マールのコスプレを、ビットによって枯れて走っておりました。はい、GTQ2026 まだまだ続きます。司会一旦上がらせていただきます。引き続き、ジャパニーズリストリームをお楽しみください。失礼します。
Hart, lovely to see you as always.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. See you again. Hugh.
I understand it's time to send you out once again into the field. Now, as a reminder, everything that I will be showing you, unless otherwise stated, is available for $50 from now through the end of Mika and Witch's Mountain. And should you fail to return any part of it in proper operating condition, Scent will give me trouble. So,
in the meantime, I need some amazing prizes to take out with me into the field, and I understand that you are the best person to equip me for the job. What do you have for me in this, our evening prize block?
well, I am certainly the person they found for the job, and we'll see how well I can live up to it. Of course, every good mission starts with a good team, so let's begin with the fundamentals there. Pearl Pop has been working to equip us with the proper team.
I would trust no one else to equip us with a perfect squad.
Exactly. A set of Chrono Trigger Pearlers. 7 characters included in this set. If I could ask for your help showing them off, please.
Absolutely. I love a good perler myself.
Indeed. Now, I have been informed that this team's name has recently been changed as part of the recent run, and I have not had time to study the new names or lock them down completely, so please, by all means, with your donation to help us hit that $1.4 million incentive, tell me which of these is wife. I understand it's one of them.
One of them is named Wife.
One of them is called Wife now.
One of them is called Wife?
My notes indicate that one of them is in fact called
Right, yes, I'm
Wife.
a very serious agent.
Yes, yes, and the one that is called...
one of them is called Wife.
Yes, and that one of them is called Frog, but it is not this one.
How is it not that one? That one just looks like a frog.
Unfortunately, the dynamics of this particular team is a bit, shall we say, combustible, as is to be expected with the products from this department, but $10 donation and you at home could be entered in to win those if I don't knock them all over the floor of our stage. Moving on. Research and development from the Agitated Canines department has continued with this Legend of Zelda Pedestal of Time standee from Puppy Shaker. I've been told it is important to say the name that way to help.
Well, when the puppy is lowercase and the shaker is uppercase, you can only pronounce it as Puppy Shaker.
If they wanted their name said any other way, they should have spelled it differently, and until then...
Why do you think I asked people to say Ruby Hot with such emphasis?
Is that how that actually...
No.
Am I supposed to...
Move on, Sean. It's
okay,
fine.
sorry.
It's fine.
Right. Anyway, Puppy Shaker, Legend of Zelda. Pedestal of Time standee. You never know when you might need to distract someone with an object of value that, you know, they could be lured in and set up for a perfect trap, and then kaboom! Because, of course, that also explodes. There's going to be something of a theme here, as we will be exploding if we can get another, what are we at, $12,698. Nope, number still moving. Please continue, number moving. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
From what I understand as well, gems like these, a sword like this, has quite a bit of power over the manipulation of time and running out of time or needing to get forward on time.
Yes.
When it comes to my missions has been incredibly important. So do you have anything that might be able to help me with the passage of time?
Multiple options for that, in fact. However, I have gone out of order and thus ruined my prompter, and thus I will be having to look up some of these on my own to make sure that they are spelled correctly. So, I will offer you this. Wonderful. We have been saved by the tech crew. They are magnificent. S. Claire Studios has hooked us up with the Chrono Trigger Clock. This is a $10 donation to get you into
Oh,
this.
what a beautiful piece.
Slightly larger than your standard issue chronometer, also slightly more equipped. Now, there are some temporal manipulation functions built into this chronometer. Of course, we are not allowed to test those here at Q Branch after the Ayan Nasser incident. You ruin one batch of copper and history never lets you forget it. However, might just be perfect and the thing you need for your mission if I can hold it towards the camera that I have been instructed to hold it towards and remember how to conduct a prize segment. $10 donation gets you in to win this.
Doing great at not breaking that fourth wall in any way, shape, or form, Mr. Game and Shout.
Fourth wall, it's really more
Mr.
of a...
Q.
It's more of a shoji screen at this point, let's be honest. If that isn't quite your speed or up to your timing needs, Subconscious Realms has hooked us up for a $25 donation with this Final Fantasy XIV Moving Shadow Box. I love this. I have fond memories of my time in Amarat, or at least very strong memories of my time in Amarat. Remember that we lived $25 donation. If I don't catch every last drop of glare on the set, will get you in to win this. We are now under $12,000 remaining to hit that incentive. Please, everyone, gdq.gg/donate. Keep those donations coming. Less than $12,000, almost $11,000 left to get that incentive met, and Jerikandra is ready to roll.
And remember that we have a ton of incentives that you can also put those donations towards, including our speedometer scale for Sword of the Sea and our category choice coming up for Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. So those donations not only are going to help us hit that 1,000 or $1,400,000. I'm doing great with numbers. The $1,400,000 and that incentive, but so many of the others we have still to come tonight.
Indeed, just a little under 11,000 to go now. You all are doing wonderfully out there. Continuing on, if the first team wasn't good enough, we will expand to a second team from Pocket. Oh, wait, no, sorry, wrong order. We're going to do this the way it says. Stabby Needle Studios, on the other hand, Change Places, has sent us in this Magnus. They laughed, it's fine. Magnus Chrono Trigger posable needle felt figure. So, Stabby Needle Studios has been here this week. We've been giving away their stuff for quite a while, and it's always been quality. If anyone remembers at the end of AGDQ, when Cent was announcing his retirement, that was a Stabby Needle Studios production, and it's been absolutely wonderful. Also, they brought, no offense to everyone, what I believe to be the best badge women of this entire
現在 AGDQ2026 お送りしております。司会コーヒーでお送りいたします。よろしくお願いいたします。今はプライズ紹介ですね。先ほど戦っていた魔王さんが可愛い人形になって登場しておりますね。さっきの時計かっこよかったな。
with prizes like these.
Yes, and now back to the order. Whoa, we're moving with just about $8,000. There was like $3,000 that happened all of a sudden there. That exploded. Okay.
We are so close to the incentive. Help us meet it, gang.
Get it done. We are almost there.
次のゲームですね。ソード・オブ・ザ・シーというゲームです。カテゴリー 2% 2G プラス。こちらビットが存在していますが、どうやらスピードメーターのスケール。このゲームですね、NG プラスになってスピードメーターが右に出てくるんですけど、これのメーターが、アメリカ式かにヨーロッパ式かどっちがいいですか、まあ要するにキロかマイルとかどっちがいいですかっていうのをやってるみたいですね。
So in the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, spoilers if you haven't played a game that has been out for so many years now.
ちょっと間が空くはずですけれども、ゲームを紹介してしまいましょうか。私ですね、実はソード・オブ・ザ・シー、別のカテゴリーは年始にちょっと走れるようになりました。まだ1回しか計測してないんですけどね。ただカテゴリーが違うので 2% わからないんです。というわけで 2% の奏者さんをちょうど捕まえられたのでお呼びしております。2% の奏者のあおりさんです。あおりさんよろしくお願いします。
はい、皆様こんにちは。ソード・オブ・ザ・シー、一応 2% 走っているあおりと申します。ソード・オブ・ザ・シーに関してはですね、私ですね、初日に買って、初日にクリアして、初日にこれ RTA おもろいやんってなって、で、つい先日行われたレイド RTA マラソンつやつでソード・オブ・ザ・シーの走者として走らせていただきましたものです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。素晴らしい。スタートダッシュが早い。
急に捕まる走者捕まえられたのか。
配信にね、ちょうど RT 私が挑戦してる時に参加するか迷ってるって言ったんで。 おいでくださいって言って引っ張ってきました。
引っ
張られました。
今回のカテゴリー、難易度的にはどのぐらい、すごい難しいグリッチとかも間に入ってくるんですかね。
そうですね、コーヒーさんと私がちょうどやられていたAny%、またこれちょっと別のノーメジャーグリッチっていうカテゴリーがあるんですけれども、そっちの方はまだこれから AGDK でやる方とは比べちゃうと簡単な方でして、ノーメジャーグリッチの方ではいわゆるグリッチなしのカテゴリーをやってるんですけれども、グリッチありの方ですね、こっちはまた結構繊細な操作要求されたりだとか、またノーメジャーグリッチでは見られないといった結構大胆なショートカットがあるので、どちらかというと難しい方ですね。
その高難易度の RTA を ES43 分ということです。
で、1位、奏者さんなんですけれども、Any% の今現在のスピードラン .com の記録ですね、2位の方から3分外れてます。3分以上の記録を出してます。
すげえ。
で、しかもあれなんですよ、マウスキーボードでやるので、期待です。本当に楽しみです。
あおりさんもコントローラーでしたっけ？
コントローラーです。コントローラーです。
私もコントローラーじゃないと 3D アクションなんですけど、そうだ、ウーシャシーが無理ですね、マウスキーボードは。素晴らしい。これをマウスキーボードで今のところ 2%NG プラスももう片方のカテゴリー、ノーメジャーグリッチのカテゴリーも1位になっていらっしゃるという。
そうです。ノーメジャーグリッチも1位です。
すげえ。圧倒的ですよね、あの人だけ。あの人というか。ニュートさんはね、
動きがおかしいわ。とてもじゃ真似できん。コメントにレイド RTA 中に糸始めた2期だよな。そうです。ワードゲーム始めた人です。そうです。皆様ありがとうございます。レイド RTA ぶりです。あの人か、そうです。
that is an accent piece. You don't want to drop it as hard as you can onto a
ストーリー
table.
って言葉が出てこないんですよね、途中で。だからストーリー喋ることがないんですよね。
本当は黙っとこうかなと思ったんですけれども、どうしても話すことないなってなっちゃったので、本当はイベント出るつもりなかったんですよ。話すものがなかったから。あまりにも話すものがなかったから。なんですけども、日本人奏者増えてるということで、盛り上げていこうかなという体で。で、こっちのジャパニーズリストリームの方も応募したって感じですね。
よろしくお願いします。ありがたい。
お願いします。
なんかすごいとこ走ってますよね。地形の裏とか。
ノーメジャーグリッチと Any%、ノーメジャーグリッチがグリッチなしというカテゴリーで、Any% が何でもあり、グリッチ使っていいというカテゴリーなんですけども、ほぼほぼルートは同じです。なので、ノーメジャーグリッチやってる人はもうほとんど Any% できると思っていいです。ほとんどルート同じなので。なんですけれども、でかいスキップ技だとか、が、どんどんあるので、やっぱり難易度的には Any% の方が難しいかなとは思いますし、私もこれから挑戦します。ぜ
ひ頑張ってください。先に走り始めた先っていうか、挑戦最初してたのはノーメジャーグリッチの方ですか、あおりさんは。
私、いきなり Any% からやったんですよ。もともとそっちやりたかったんですよ。どちらからやった方がいいのかについては確実にノーメジャーグリッチの方がいいです。そっ
ちの方が簡単ですよね。
簡単です。
はい。当社の数としてもノーメジャーグリッチの方が多い。 感じですね、今のところ。
そうですね、そっちの方が多いので。
Towards being entered to win all 3 of our grand prizes. So, reminder on those, we have the set of rupees, we have the needle and nail, and we have the
今ちょう
heroic
ど盛り上
replicas
がっている
megaton hammer
ゲ
and
ームになっておりま
minecraft
す。
sword. As I am about to be
そのメジャーグリッ
reminded.
チとめ
Thank you,
2% でも1位をぶち抜いているのが今回の奏者さんです。
for modeling
Yes, for if I need a weapons
な
taken
んか
to
や
the
ったら
field
早いん
with
ですよ
me
ね、
to
本
weigh
当
at
に。
least
どっちも1位なんだよな、ニュートさんという方なんですけれども。
my journey. How are you
Yes.
doing, prize
圧
wizard?
倒的王者ですね、
You know what?
今のところ。
すごい、あの人の真似はできないわ。
Is he?
なん
Are
で
you
すか
sure?
ね、やっぱりキーボードマウスの何か恩恵を受けているのか、それともただただえぐい、うまいだけなのか。
まあ、うまいだけかなとは思いますけれども
今のところうまいだけ。
練習量の違いかなとは思いますけれども。
コ
コーヒーさんが最初の方に言ったんですけれども、ビッドウォー、なんか速度メーターのあれあるんですけれども、
はいはい。
まあキロメーター負けなのは確定です。
マジで。あら、本当だ。
負けです。
倍ぐらいついちゃってる。
負けです。
ここから突然、石油王さんが
Hey, chat.
ドカンと
Friends, gamers,
やっ
guess
てくる
what?
可能性も。
いやー、ないかな。ないかな。
さすがにそこまでなる。
$1 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and that is all because of you. And of course, that wonderful
ま
wife
だな、
trade.
この先に達成してないビットあるから、石油王さんはそっちの方も
どんとぜひ
支援して
ぜひ
いただいて
と。
っていう感じで。
All right, y'all, let's do
Oh.
it. So time is a little different in this category.
ちょっと
So
待って。
we're gonna confirm Chrono's name.
おりゃ
And things are gonna start, but the timer doesn't
ちょっと待
start
って。
until Chrono can
な
move.
んか
バックアップかな。
I will call
クロノ
time,
の人、
違うよな。
as we get
帰ってきたぞ。
なんか5分って書いてある。
fully,
EST。
お
buffed
っ
up
と
Chrono and
バックアッ
Marley
プ
that
か。
are gonna take out the final boss, Lavos, which
すい
we're
ま
gonna
せん。
get to see
クロ
this
ノ
last
トリ
round.
ガー
And
再
we're
び。
gonna do it really quick.
That's what I was
あ、
thinking. What is that?
NG プラスのボーナスランのビットごめんなさい。
あ、
ちょっ
なるほど。
と、クロノトリガーしばらく始まっちゃいました。ごめんなさい。ちょっと
あら、
あおりさん
本当だ。、
しばらくお待ちください。ごめんなさい。
少しの間ちょっとじゃあミュートしますね。
はい、すいません。またお願いします。この後で。
はい、失礼します。
はい。ごめんなさい。マジか。あれ
I think
ど
it
こにあっ
actually
たん
has
だ
to
ろ
do
う、き
with
っと。
that
私
it's
見
like
逃しちゃった。
SNES version for some reason it carried over, but we gotta call it here
マ
very
ジか。
shortly. Chrono's gonna get
強
out of
くて
bed,
ニ
he's
ュー
gonna
ゲーム。
stretch, and then as soon
ラ
as
ボ
he
ス直行
moves,
か。
start the timer. So go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
はい、グッドラックです。
Now in this we do a lot of different
一番
things.
最
We
初の
don't get the money
時
from
の狭間
mom,
で
so
したっ
because we're
け
not gonna buy anything.
のとこに
We
置い
are
てあ
gonna
る
bump into
バケツを
Marley,
除くといきなり
and
ラスボスに会え
we
るとい
are
う
not gonna talk to her because
や
it's
つです
timeless
ね。
and we don't need to worry about the trial in this run.
That's kind of rude. Slam into her and you're just like, all right, see you later.
Sometimes you have to be rude to save the world again.
We are gonna talk to her, but after
あ
we
ら、
pick up the
私の
pendant.
見てたビットのリストで見逃しちゃったな。
All right, so then instead of talking to a merchant, we do need to talk to
今
somebody.
回は
And so we're
名
gonna talk
前
to
は
this little girl at the
通常
fountain,
通りですね。
and that will open up Luca's little area for us. Now, we do still have to wait for candy, just like in the other time, but this is a perfect time to do our one menu of this run. So,
I'm always so impressed by speed menuing.
Also, I'm impressed by all the wife love I have in donations to get us this New Game Plus. If you'd like to hear a few.
yeah, sure.
All right, $100 from Adam and need to see more wife. Let's go. You also have $5 from Meryl, donating for a game my wife likes.
You have noticed that we went into the right side of the portal.
And no one seems to notice.
Oh, hey, whoa, what is this?
Luca and Tavon are still talking about their invention. We're like, bye. So this is Lavos. Wow, this is the
さ
outside.
あ、早いよ。
And Chrono is
早い
really
よ。
powerful now with Luminaires
もう
up
い
to
た。
7K. And he also has a weapon that
さあ、もうステータスが、あら。
Marley has a bow that does 777 damage every time, and she also has a
ス
haste
テータスがえらいことになってる。
as well. So she's auto-hasted.
ペチッ
A lot of other routes to Lavos involve a huge multi-stage fight on the outside, but we just go straight into Lavos core.
So if you want like the TLDR of the story, Lavos crashed 65 million BC.
あ、さっきのトゲトゲでっかいウニは何だったんでしょうね。
Angie, now we're here.
Lavos is a species of interstellar parasite that draws energy and life force from a planet and then fires spores off to go repeat the process throughout the cosmos.
Can we say nipple lasers on stream?
I hope so, because you just did. We had like a downtime where you could have said, hey, I might say this when we come back.
I mean, okay.
So this is Lavos.
That's imperfect cell.
I'm gonna be so honest, I almost said which cell it was, and then I remembered I don't know anything
さ
about
あ
cell.
サクサクとサクサクと
Cell
腕
is
が
not
落
my
ち
favorite
の
game. And you saw how much I know about my favorite game, so I wasn't gonna guess.
That attack that Lavos just did, it's called Obstacle. That basically removes all the like defenses on the Lavos core here. But it also has
もう
in a
攻
normal
撃が
speed run, that you don't have all
か
this
すり
beefed
傷
up gear. It puts a ton of different status elements on you. One of them being Confuse, which is very, very, very terrifying.
And this stage is also very similar to the Guardian fight we saw earlier, where there are two sort of ads. In this case, it's the hands, where the Guardian is the little mini robots. Take those out, and they will come back, but before they do, Jerika just absolutely punishes the core. Well, I shouldn't say the core, because this is the core.
All right, so yeah, final fight for Lavos here. Just so we know, the time is
ま
called
だ
when
4
the
分経
right
ってません。
bit dies.
Which is actually the real core of
Yeah.
Lavos.
It's very sneaky.
There's a lot that happens, like that can happen within this fight, but with this being New Game Plus, we kind of just like remove that whole element of this fight. And we also get a very, very hot jam.
Yeah, and you
真ん
can
中が
see
本
also
体なんやろな、
flashing
でかい
behind
し
the
な
boss。fight are glimpses of all the different eras that we have visited, including some we didn't even see in the Magus % run.
Yeah, and each one of those backgrounds have a very specific attack that the Lavos like center core or like the center body will do. That first one was 1000 AD, which is why the Lavos center bit basically kind of like sat there and danced a little bit. It does put a bunch of status, like another status element on you
どっ
for
ち
that
も
one.
倒せばよかろうな
The
のだみ
right
たいにな
core,
って
which
る
is the one we want to actually kill, has very high defense until you kill. Is it just the left core, or can you
Either one. You
Okay.
can destroy center bit or the left.
Okay, time is going to be called on the last hit coming up. Time.
あ、終わった
Very cathartic.
GG です。早っ5分5秒ちょっといいカップ麺が食べられそうです。
So much for
素晴
donating
らしい。
for this
ほぼ
bonus
誤差。
run. And
$1.4 million. That is
1.4 million.
amazing. Woo! Yeah.
Thank you so much, y'all.
For everyone watching at home, I hope you're going nuts for yourself in chat. Like, congratulate yourself. We got here because of you.
Exactly. Thanks so much. We are done here, and appreciate everything.
Bye.
はい。というわけで、ビットタッペンにより、もう鍛えに鍛えたセーブデータでね、クロノトリガーラボス直行やっていただきました。ほぼ5分。誤差だよ、誤差ですね。いや、強かったな、ラボスは。というわけで、次のゲームまでしばらくちょっと転換の時間があると思いますので、もうしばらくお待ちください。